No. 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 No.
There's all these sounds kind of floating around in my headphones.
Hi, everybody. We're starting the show on a somber note today because late last night we learned the tragic news that Henry Kissinger passed away. This obviously came as a tremendous shock to us all, and I just want to say that today we are going to remember this great patriot as an exemplary hero in American history. We send all our love and prayers to Henry's family and can rest easy knowing that the great Dr. Kissinger is sitting comfortably at the hand of God. As you know, Henry loved animals more than he loved human beings, so we're asking, if you're able to, please consider donating a horse or any large farm animal to the Henry A. Kissinger Foundation at 387 Fifth Avenue, PMB 7, New York, New York, 10019. We love you, Henry. Tough day. Tough day. We're going to get back. We're going to just try to have a fun show today, and we'll be back in a minute. Tough one. See you soon.
I like having fun. I like to laugh. I like to meet people who can make me laugh. I like having fun. Yes, I like to laugh. I like having fun to meet people who laugh.
Good morning, everybody. We are live, and it is Thursday, November 30th. Matt, confirm. Last day of the month?
Last day of the month.
Last day of the month. Wow, what an exciting day it is. We are dressed to the nines to remember old Hank. Should I keep it tight? Should I keep her tight?
Of course.
I'm feeling good today.
Get somewhere to
Nice
be.
and tight. We're tight.
No.
Of course, what's the classic, not Elton John, Elvis Costello song, Tramp the Dirt Down. We dance on the grave of Henry Kissinger, of course.
So get your boners ready. Totally.
Who's coming in?
boring.
Nobody. You've got, oh, hey, look who it is!
So sorry.
No, please, Gary, I was going to announce our guest. Why don't we do this right? Why don't you leave? Don't sit down.
Yes.
Do not sit down.
No.
Stand by. I'm going to do this like an actual talk show. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to the show our guest today. He was arriving 6 minutes late. One of the great comedians of our time. Not dressed up at all. Sloppy. We call him, on this show, we call him Sloppy Gary. Sloppy Gary Gulman. Gulman.
I'm so grateful that you had me on.
Wait. We don't have you even mic'd up yet. Stand by. And we're not even interviewing you yet.
Good horning.
Good horning, Gary.
Good morning.
Good horning to you.
Yes.
We've never met. This is what a weird way to
it's
meet.
It's a pleasure, but I
Are you familiar
very
with who I am?
familiar with your work, and your special was, my gosh, the YouTube.
Are you serious?
Yes, because I love comedy that makes fun of stand-up.
Yes, because
It makes me
it
so
didn't hurt your
happy.
feelings.
No. Should it
Good.
have?
Well, I wasn't really. I mean,
think it's directed towards hacking.
other people.
Yeah.
Yes, you happen to be a good one.
Oh, thank you.
You're a terrific comedian. Let me tell you something.
Thank you.
And I
He's been
appreciate
raving
that more than
about you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to
Please.
verify. He's been raving about you.
Well, let me say this is Vic Berger
Oh, really? Oh, thanks,
I have
Vic.
too.
and Doug Lucenhop.
Hi, Doug. So nice to meet
Doug.
you guys. Thanks for having me on and
course.
accommodating me. And I switched my flight so that I can
That is
be on.
very sweet.
So I really
Was it a
appreciate
harder flight for you?
Marginally. I just have to go at 6:10 instead of 9:30 a.m. So I'll go at 6:10 p.m. to Houston.
Oh my God.
So it's not too bad.
That sucks.
No.
I have
no,
bad news for
worth
you.
It.
I've got to take a flight this weekend. We're gonna get right into this.
Yeah.
I got to get to Cincinnati.
Oh, Bill.
Okay. So how do you think I'm gonna do that?
Are you gonna be able to get a direct?
That's not direct. No
Well,
way.
here's my option. I can get a direct at like 6 in the morning.
Oh, not worth it.
Kind of ruins everything.
Yes.
Or I got to go
for
through.
days.
I got to go through Denver.
Go through Denver.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Get off the plane, stretch
It's
the
fine.
legs.
And also, I should have checked to see if we were still going to do this because of the untimely death of Henry Kissinger.
We decided, you know what? The
When they
world
go
needs
so young.
laughter.
When they go
Did you-
so young.
Did you? Well, this is. Do you know that why we're dressed like? This is why we're dressed like this.
Oh.
We did a. We should do a. We should do a
No,
replay.
I just saw the video.
Oh, you
I
did?
just saw
Okay.
the video. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
good,
I was.
good.
I was waiting.
Okay,
and,
good, okay.
I was. It's so funny. I loved it. But thank you. We're soldiering on, despite the fact that we lost.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get
one
through
of the great human.
Humanitarians.
I was going to say crimes against humanitarians.
Injured.
It's so funny how old
Injured.
he got, and just how. I mean, it's. But listen, should we be making fun of people? Should we?
War
be,
criminals?
Should we be making fun of the way people look?
Carpet bombers?
Yeah. Yes, we should.
Yes.
Of course
Yes.
we should. But he did turn into this weird turtle that looked like his life quality of life could not have been terrific towards the end there. Like if your body turns into that,
Yeah.
it must be like every moment is like
Right.
why am I like this?
Is it a trade-off with the tortoise community where they live so long, and then we're like,
That's
yes,
true.
you can live as long as us,
But
but
you're
you also
going to
have to
look like us.
has to look like us.
Oh dear, you're quick.
Oh, I don't. Actually, I'm not. Usually, I have to write it down months in advance.
So what are you
to
doing
be
in town?
Clever. Promoting a special
Yes.
that's coming out on December 21st on Max, and then I wrote a memoir of my life from kindergarten
Misfit.
through 12th grade.
Misfit.
Yes,
And is it your first or because
my first book. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I saw you on. The reason I knew who you were and I knew your material. I knew, I'd seen you on Conan and stuff, and I was like, oh, this guy's one of the good ones.
Oh, thanks, man.
But then I didn't really know you, and I didn't like know your what I. I want to talk about comedy tribes, like what tribe you're in.
Oh, yeah.
In the comedy world.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even sure, but and I don't care what tribe you're in, but besides you are Jewish. I mean that's a
Yes.
different. I'm not talking about that.
No,
I'm talking
no.
about
I think I'm in the tribe
like
of
communities.
of Todd Glass type.
Very nice.
Of comedy.
That's an
People
esteemed.
people who
it's
revere who revere comedy and
Yeah.
are outraged by the bad comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I want to sort of
the bad stand.
gauge how close, how open we want to get about the bad
yeah,
stand.
yeah.
You don't care.
No, I don't care.
You're sitting on top of the mountain.
I don't feel that I'm sitting on the top of the mountain,
No.
but I'm. If I could have
Friendly person
this
who just wants to laugh
this
and have
level,
fun.
So by the way, these guys are going to be. That's what's happening in your life.
Cutting you off.
if I could stay at this whatever level on the mountain I am, more of the same, please.
You're on.
I feel very good about selling a few hundred seats in a number of different cities.
You're on firm footing.
Yes, finally.
You're kind of in that
30 years in.
You're kind of in the Conan world. Maybe?
Oh yes.
Kind of
He's
in a
producing my
Yes.
special, so that's yes.
You're
I
not.
would say I'm in
Are you in a Theo Von world?
No.
Okay.
No.
Now, can I show this? This killed me today. I just saw this today.
Yeah.
You'll love this. Matt, do you know what I'm talking about? You're so quick, Matt. Matt's our producer. He's so quick.
Hi, Matt.
I saw, if you could show the first thing I sent and then the second thing I sent. I guess, and I don't really have an opinion on this guy so much, but Tosh, Daniel Tosh is back.
Oh,
He's launching.
is he
Tosh
still
0.
gorgeous?
He's a very handsome guy.
He's a very handsome man.
So he's back with a like a podcast TV
Okay.
show. Oh, look how small that is. Yeah, zoom. Sorry, it was like a screen. There's Henry. Anyways, it says it's basically like Tosh Show. My wife's gynecologist. By the way, 1.7 million views. It's big. It's people missed him.
Wow.
But guess who's the first? The top comment on YouTube is from Theo Von. It says, "The king is back." The king is back.
They're so supportive of each other.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see that.
Imagine thinking that Daniel Tosh is the king.
Is the king. Oy. Oy, but it's a small K in king.
That's right. Our king is back.
A king. Yeah.
There he is. There's
Yeah.
the king. There's Henry.
My word.
And that's the Martin
Better
Luther King
sunglasses
Medal.
than I've ever owned.
know,
Those
those
are
are
actually pretty
nice.
stylish.
Wait a minute. You know what? I just have to say something. We're freewheeling today. We didn't even start the show. I didn't say good morning to Doug. I should do it.
Good horning. I forgot to say.
That's
no,
okay.
Good
And Vic, you're here too.
good horning.
What's up, everybody?
And we're back from Thanksgiving.
couldn't
How was
remember it.
I should ask you, how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was excellent. It was just my wife and I, and we went out to a vegan restaurant for Thanksgiving. And then we went to the movies.
Do you have friends or anybody? Do you have
No, we
anybody
do
in your
have
life but
we do
your
have
wife?
friends, and I have family. But this year I decided that I didn't want to make the 5-hour trip to Massachusetts where I grew up.
Right.
5 hours each way. So I said, let's just stay in town because I had to come out to LA to do this promotion right after Thanksgiving. So
Yeah.
and it was actually delightful. We enjoy each other's company. So
Well, that's
it's-
nice. How
Yeah,
long
I'm
have you been
very
married
grateful.
for?
We've been married since October 7th of 2020.
Okay, so that will wane. The enjoyment will.
Thanks for having me.
That's a
like-
classic. That's like, I mean, now I'm doing my Carson
But
bit.
you guys went through the pandemic
Carson.
together, right? You guys went through the pandemic together
Yes.
very early on in the
Yes,
relationship.
yes,
Yeah.
we got married in the
Yeah.
pandemic
Because of the
and
pandemic.
we had like 6 people at our wedding,
This does not sound like a popular guy. I'm getting a lot of.
which was more than we wanted, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we like to keep it
Did
very.
you go down to the Justice of the
Yeah.
Peace and do the whole thing like
We had
that?
adjusted the piece over Zoom, and two of my best friends as witnesses, and her sister-in-law, my sister-in-law, and then my friend Adrian, who's a writer, and her husband.
Okay. We have videos of this? Do we have.
Yes,
You were in the same room with her.
There are
right? So you
videos.
ended up getting- okay, it was not a different Zoom call.
And you know, the show is live, and we have people watching. We have people on Zoom calling in. I always like to just start the show by welcoming a Zoomer to the show and say,
great.
is anybody there, Matt, that wants to say good morning to us? Or does anybody want to say hi to Gary or have questions for Gary? By the way,
Let me say I'm very sensitive, so if anybody says any bad things, just don't share it with me. So
Please,
I-
it's a lovely
okay.
community. But I
Okay,
do want to
great.
say something that's kind of cool. Is Doug's dad's name's Gary?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
True. And my middle
That's
name.
why it seemed familiar.
Yeah, we're disappearing.
Gary. I
Gary
think it's a weird
community.
move to name a child Gary.
In 1970, it probably wasn't that weird.
Little
It was
Gary.
very-
Like, what's your name? Because it makes sense as a man.
Yeah.
It's a good,
Right.
adult name.
Yeah.
But as a baby and a toddler, it feels like little.
No,
Gary's
no.
weird.
Yeah, it is weird because it's a middle-aged name at the youngest now.
Yeah.
if not an elderly man. I know.
And that's not
yeah.
short for anything that we know of.
No, some Garys are potentially Garrisons or Garretts, but I've never met one.
No. Who's joining us, Matt?
It's actually short for Gary with 2 R's. That just came to me. I thought that might be funny if I had
Gary
done
with
it off the cuff.
Or if
more,
it's
but-
you spell it Garrie, like Carrie.
We're having a lot of fun.
Already?
The kidding around is putting me at ease.
Are you nervous? I know
A
you
little
have
bit.
issues
I-
with.
yeah, I get a little
you have-
anxious,
Your own.
especially
We
when
can
I'm
talk
running.
about your anxiety
Yeah.
and depression if
that
you'd
would be
like.
fine if you want to.
It's
but,
good
but
material. I don't know.
I'm feeling terrific. So
Good.
I won't. Yeah.
I would like to talk to you about anxiety because
Okay.
I think we all suffer from varying
Mental
degrees of it.
anxiety.
Han wants to share a joke, I believe.
It was Han Solo from
Hello.
Star Wars.
Hi, Han.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So I'm so excited. I'll tell you this very bad medical joke. I just came up with it last
We have a
week.
professional jokeman here, so be careful.
Oh,
with
okay. Yes. Well, I was just going to
Jokester.
say, if it is the Trinity Tribunal, then I would like to give you guys a couple of my thank you poems. But if I get the blue pig and Gary doesn't like it, then
Oh,
guess
I got to
I'll
get
leave.
the blue pig ready. So this is our bad caller pig.
Oh, I would never.
Um,
I
you
can tell
would
right
never,
away
but I
that
might.
you're really
Yeah.
thoughtful and kind. It's the glasses
Aw, yeah.
as well as the.
Thank you.
I would rate your room a 10.
Oh yeah, it's so fuzzy. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not very long. They're just like 1, 2, 3, 4 stanzas. So if you're okay with that, it's like a very once in a lifetime chance.
One.
Okay. Yes. Please.
Okay. So what two things does a deep vein thrombosis and the Trinity have in common?
A deep vein. What was that?
What was the thing?
Deep vein thrombosis. I don't know where my stuff is.
A deep vein thrombosis.
Oh,
That
deep
sounds like-
vein thrombosis.
Does that mean a boner?
Father, Son, and
I mean,
Holy
it could
Ghost.
be. No, it's a clot.
So get your boners ready.
It's a clot.
It's a clot.
Oh, it's a clot.
A blood clot. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So what is a
I'm a nurse. So.
what does a clot and the Holy Trinity have in common? Is that the question?
Like, specifically the deep venous thrombosis?
Venus.
Don't Google
I
it.
know. The initials: Doug, Vic, and Tim.
Oh my
So,
Wow.
Yes.
Really?
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Oh.
Wow.
Goodbye.
Okay, but that's the one thing.
Oh,
That's
I didn't
one.
realize that
One
you
of
guys
two.
were the Holy Trinity. I apologize
Yes.
for
No, of
that.
course. Why would
I
you?
was thinking the
Yeah.
Father, the Son, and the
Yeah.
Holy
That's one
Ghost
of two.
because
So
I'm
you got
Because you're a Jew.
50%.
Former
What's
Catholic
the
school
second
guy.
thing?
You are? Okay. Thank you so
Wait,
much.
she-
Oh,
It was a
Wait.
pleasure,
no, what's
Han.
the second one?
Oh, I want to hear the
Second one. Second one.
Okay.
Real quick.
The second thing you're in common with. Come on. You
Okay,
can do
go
it.
ahead.
No?
I've been
Okay.
outvoted.
They both give people heart attacks. So it's very
Alrighty then.
Wait, what was
You
it?
win a big prize. You win our big prize of the day.
Thank you.
Free dry
Actually,
cleaning
just
at the
let 'em
local
get-
dry cleaners of your choice. Just send us the bill. Matt,
So no
one
Got it
free
covered.
dry
We
cleaning.
got it covered.
Just
One
send us
item.
the bill.
One item,
One
not
item.
like a whole set.
As a nurse, do you want to pay tribute to Dr. Kissinger?
Oh my gosh. Let's not get started with that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
She can diagnose him from these pictures.
Yeah, why does let me ask.
Yeah, it's a
all right,
turtle.
I would love to move on,
What's
but
going on here?
since I have a nurse, what does this condition when these old men sort of turn into turtles? What why is this happening?
I think it's just like the melting effect of age. You just kind of melt.
Okay, that doesn't sound
sound.
clinical. It doesn't sound like a clinical analysis.
the melting effect.
I think it's just the evil seeping through his pores. That's what it is. But
Thank you
anyway,
very
can I
much.
read you the quick poems? Okay.
No
okay,
poems right
fine.
now. Thank you very much.
No poems. All
We
right.
can't
Bye.
start. We can't start. We can't.
Happy New Year if I don't see you.
Yes, it's.
You too. I'll see you next.
We cannot build.
Aw.
We cannot continue to grow our audience and expand by including lots of poems in the show. I think that's just. It's one of our. When we bring that up at the staff meeting. And I hate it because I love poetry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
We
so
do,
you
we
were
do have another old friend with a tribute to Mr. Kissinger if we want.
all right. I think we ran that bit into the ground, but
Well, who is it?
Kay Loggins.
okay,
We
okay.
haven't talked to him, but
Okay,
we can get to her. We can
Okay,
get to
let's
her.
save that because we do have more tributes to Dr. Kissinger coming later in the broadcast, and we also have and that'll be in the second. We have a very special tribute we're doing to Henry Kissinger in the second half of the show, and we're going to hear the music from Fat Tony. That's our musical guest.
Yeah.
So what we're doing here, Gary, is basically the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
You feel it, right?
Totally.
With calls and
it's-
live.
And it's longer.
We were
'cause
talking about
the
this.
full output of a Tonight Show without the ads and everything, 40 minutes, but it airs for an hour 35.
Right.
We have no ads.
Well,
I mean,
no
well,
ads.
you do if you're watching on YouTube and
Right.
stuff, but
I attended an episode of The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson when I was
Oh,
13.
cool.
That was a bar mitzvah present my mother took me to see. Snuck me in because you had to be 16 or 17 to get in.
yeah.
And it was amazing. Gary Shandling was the guest.
Oh my God.
And
Wasn't
Carrie Fisher.
It wasn't his first appearance.
No, it was
that
his
one's
second.
kind of legendary,
It was
right?
his second, where he told Carrie Fisher, he like flirted with her. He said, I know who your parents are, Debbie Reynolds and Eddie Fisher.
Yeah.
Do you know my parents, Irv and Muriel Shandling? And it just killed. And I remember
right.
thinking, this guy who's kind of a schlubby, nebbishy guy is
Yeah.
flirting with Princess Leia,
and he's a young comic.
and
He's
he was
not,
a young comic.
Nobody really
it was
knew.
just, yes, it was just, I had never heard of him. It was just so ballsy. And I mean, forever I loved him from the It's Larry Sanders Show. Then,
Sure.
It's Gary Shandling Show,
Yeah.
then the Larry Sanders Show. I'm sorry.
Did that inspire you?
I was
to
already
become
inspired.
You
I was already a huge
because
stand-up comedy
This is what you get your
nerd at the time. And
your mom must have known that.
Yes,
That's right.
exactly.
Were you
exactly.
were you visit? This is very in the weeds. Were you visiting California
Yes.
already?
Yes, it was, but that was like the jewel of the trip. We
Was it the
also went to
reason- was it the-
Universal Studios.
Was it the reason for the trip? See, this is
No,
what I
we wanted
wanna
to see
know.
my cousin Della, and it was a bar mitzvah present. But it was meaningful.
No, I came out to California when I was probably around. How old did you say you were?
I was 13.
Okay, maybe a little. Maybe I was 10. Came out. My dad had a convention. A lot of times these dads would go to conventions.
That's right.
My dad would go to a
That's
convention.
right.
He had a Ford dealership. Wow. With his dad and my uncle. And they had
What was
this
the name of the dealership?
Emmaus Ford.
I love it.
Yeah, and in Allentown, right? Vic knew it. He bought a lot of cars there.
I did.
A masked Ford?
But these Emmaus.
Emmaus.
Spell that.
E-M-M-A-U-S.
That's a terrible name.
Emmaus.
Well, you know, in Pennsylvania, and I guess
Dutch thing.
I don't know, maybe in New York and New Jersey as much, but a lot of biblical towns.
Yes.
Like
Bethlehem.
What else? Nazareth.
Yes.
I think Emmaus is that.
There might be some kind of.
Might be Germanic.
Oh.
Anyways,
AU sounds like it.
we went out to California, went to Universal Studios.
Noah's Ark, Pennsylvania.
That's right.
We went to Universal Studios, and I was chosen to do the E.T. on the bike thing.
Oh, that's
yeah.
the best.
Oh wow, they could see stardom already.
Yeah, they
They
picked
knew.
me out of
How did
from
that
the
feel?
back.
You were
Exhilarating.
Exhilarating, right?
Yes.
You
I
can't
was
go
a
back to
star.
selling shoes after that.
Or cars.
Did E.T. say your name? No, he does that. Really, he does that.
He must
at
have.
the end, they type it in, and if he messes it up, it was all text to voice, early text to voice thing.
Yeah.
It would mess up your voice if you'd say.
Did he touch you with his finger?
So you mentioned Todd Glass. We should celebrate. We always must celebrate the Neil Hamburger. You know the Neil Hamburger. You know Neil Hamburger.
Yeah, I love that guy.
The Neil
Hamburger is hilarious.
Yeah. The Neil Hamburger joke about E.T. is, what is it, Doug? It's
Well, it's why does E.T. like
Reese's Pieces
so much?
Why? Because it tastes like cum from his home planet or something. Like that?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, he's such a craftsman.
It's delivered
Yes.
a little better than that.
What?
He delivers it a little.
Oh, well,
different.
yes, of course. I'm not here to do the act. I'm just here to pass along the information.
Hell out of here, you son of a bitch.
All right, listen, let's do the city of the day. I have a huge announcement. I haven't even gotten to the huge announcement.
So much.
You first announce or
I just
City
feel
of the
like
Day?
I want to give so much attention and love to Gary because
Sure.
he's here.
You want to get City of the Day out of the way.
I feel loved. So
Are you just
don't have
okay?
to pay any special attention.
After the city of the day, there'll be a huge announcement. The city of the day, folks, is sponsored by, big sponsor today, Gary. You'll be excited to know this. Our sponsor today is the Spork Lift. Attention, fork dorks and hole trolls. Are you frustrated as hell of having to own two different machines when you want to dig down or lift up? Well, now your life is splendid with Spork Lift, the all-in-one forklift and shovel vehicle which every heavy machine operator will adore. Pretty quiet over there in Gary's corner, Doug, I have to say.
My question is, why did this take so long? This breakthrough.
We could have.
We've had forks, we've had spoons, we've had forklifts, and we had sporks. Why? Why now?
Maybe we struck gold here. Maybe Doug struck gold.
Let it. Yeah, exactly.
All right, let me finish this ad here. Warning: owning a spork will make rival foremen jealous and filled with bitter envy of your astonishing abilities.
The versatility.
They were reckless enough to buy 2 machines instead of 1, and now your opponent's tongue has taste of vinegar as they desire revenge. Once you own a spork, nothing can stop you. Thank you for purchasing spork at Amazon1.fork. It's only $30 when you sign up for Amazon One. What's Amazon One?
That's where Sporklift is. I got a jingle.
I bet you do.
I can lift it up. I can dig a hole. I can do it all with just one machine. I can lift it up. I can dig a hole. I can do it all with just one machine.
Hey!
With just one machine. Sporklift. With just one machine. Sporklift. With just one machine. Sporklift. With just one machine.
All right. Who is our... Very, very nice. Who is our city of the day?
That's real hard.
Dylan.
Ooh.
The city of the
Bob
day.
Dylan here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, look at that.
Bob
Tucson,
Dylan.
Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. Very good.
That's right.
How's it things in Tucson? Getting cool?
All getting very cold there, Tim. Getting very cold. For a Brit like me, that's nothing new.
What are you, a British boy living in Tucson? What are you, Paul McCartney writing Get Back? I did not deserve that.
I love the "What are you" formula.
Yeah, I have, for sure.
You can't miss with it.
Can't love it more. But is this the case? Are you, you British man moved to Tucson?
British man married to American woman over
Married
here
a
in
woman!
Tucson.
I like quesadilla. Quesadilla.
Well, speaking of musicians, Tim, I'd just like to congratulate you on being the #1 streamed artist on Spotify Wrapped.
Whoa.
And, we get
And I'm not even a
this
rapper.
guy.
Wow.
#1 artist on yours, not in.
But that's a
No,
great
in the world,
compliment.
the whole world.
I've received some messages where I was their top artist, and it makes me very
cool.
happy. I'm
That's
very
nice
honored.
because
Yeah.
your special, your stuff is on to be
Spotify.
listened to.
Yeah. There is our albums. Sorry.
There are albums. Yeah. Well, that's terrific news. Thank you very much for supporting my art. And, the money I've made on Spotify is unbelievable. It actually is unbelievable.
No, I don't believe it either. When I see the zero.
I watched your. Well, you sent me. I've got the instant access. I got the early access to the good stuff, folks. I got to see Born on Third Base.
Oh.
I was sent a link.
Oh, cool.
In fact, we all were.
I got one.
Private link.
It gives me my email address on it. It's watermarked in case
It is. It's fun to watch something and see your email address the whole time.
Just in case you forget.
There's something threatening about it. Like, okay,
yeah.
like I won't send it to
Yeah,
you.
I mean, it was great. It was great.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate
Great
you watching.
hour.
But I did find a way to remove the watermark.
Keep going on this, please.
Yeah,
Oh, you
well,
did?
Yeah, you can get rid of it, and then
Oh, good.
Then people can watch it and not see your email address on it. It's kind of nice.
So you put this
I
up
send
on
it to people. Yeah,
you put it on, what do you call it?
Kazaa, or what was it? Remember Kazaa?
LimeWire?
LimeWire.
Yeah.
There's a bit of lefty material in this special.
Oh,
like
yes.
a little,
I'm a
you're a lefty.
socialist, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
But I vote Democrat in the elections because right.
Well, because you're living in New York too, so who
Yeah.
cares
Yeah.
what you do?
Right.
So you're not going
But if
on.
I had my druthers, we'd be more Canada or.
But you're not probably a guy that would want to go in and debate somebody about this.
No, I don't think so.
No. So you don't get into it with. You wouldn't go on Joe Rogan's show and debate with him.
No. No.
I wouldn't want to do that
No,
either.
me
People
neither.
say you should go on Joe Rogan.
What is it? He's like a.
What am I gonna do? A bunch
Ed
of
Hardy T-shirt come to life.
Now we're starting to take swings. Just be careful with that shit, man, because he's got a lot of influence on comedy, and I don't want him to sort of bring the hammer down on me.
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding.
No, I saw your.
Yeah, you almost did it. You're like, oh, sorry.
I saw your video and I was like, wait a minute. I think the horse is out of the wherever they keep the
barn,
the horses.
The cage.
Where are they keeping the horses now?
Hey, you know what I saw yesterday on the 101? Yes, a horse.
You know, people outside of Los Angeles may not be aware of what the 101. Can you imagine? They were bumped by the 101. Where is it?
What is this? The first day of class? This is Algebra 101? No, there's the highway. That's why they called it the 101, because it's the first highway.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's like, this is Highway 101.
Makes sense. And you need it to get into the higher level.
Yeah.
The more intricate accounting classes.
That's right. No, I saw a horse, and this is another thing you don't see every day. If you do, your likelihood is more in Los Angeles. I saw 3 or 4 trailers with princess, like Cinderella-style carriages.
Oh my God!
Whoa.
And horses.
Handsome cab rides
on the freeway.
On the in a trailer. I'll send Matt a picture of it.
Maybe they were going to set.
It felt like
you
they
guys
were
call
going
it
to
set?
set.
Yeah,
Yeah, going to set. We're heading to set, what we would say. Heading to set. I'll send you a couple of these lovely pictures I took while speeding away on the highway, and I'll prove it to you. You think I'm lying to you? Anyways.
Rick looks dubious.
I don't know what this is.
Skeptical?
I feel like we've seen this already.
Wait, so I have to do my big announcement. I have to do my big announcement. Gary, check your email if you want.
Oh, okay.
If you want to, because I can't make this about you.
Oh.
The announcement.
No, I don't want to check my email. I want to be around the announcement.
Okay.
I want to be present. Maybe I'll have a funny quip.
I did want to say, because when I saw you on Sharpling's show, you did the best show during that marathon.
Yes.
And I think I got interrupted because we were having so much fun talking earlier that I knew your comedy. Remember that? I was saying how I knew your comedy?
Yeah.
But I didn't really know you outside of this, and I certainly have never met you, but I've never seen you outside of doing stand-up. And you were so goddamn charming and lovely on you and Tom talking. I was like, I like this guy.
Oh, that's so nice to hear, because I
he's a funny guy, but I like this guy.
I love Tom. And
how do you know Tom?
And so, I mean, initially I just read his book and listened to his podcast, and then I reached out to him, and so we connected on Twitter or something like that, and became. I wouldn't say we're friends because I've never had a meal with him, but we're friendly.
Sure, I think there's a lot of people in my life like that.
Yeah,
now, you loved my special. I didn't get a reach out, but that's okay. We'll talk about that.
Because I knew that I was going to see you, and I would be able to. I would be able to tell you.
Yes.
And also, if you hadn't responded, it might have made me sad coming in here.
That's right.
Right. So.
And Matt was worried because I think this was all booked through your publicist, and so we were we always have this sort of, how much do you know? What do you know what you're getting into?
The thing is that my manager's assistant, Alex Brazel, is like me, a fan of you guys, and
suggested that.
And he said, would you like to go on Tim Heidecker? I said, yes, if you could make it happen. And so he's got the ball rolling.
Good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't think of an example of somebody that came in here was sort of like, what the hell is this? Or who are you? The great story that Mark Maron has recently is having Sir Ben Kingsley. And
yes, he told me about that. Yeah. Oh, the poor guy.
We had somebody in here who sat there with their their own headphones on.
Oh, that's right.
And I don't remember.
We'll remain.
Yeah, it was some accident. But the whole show they were not hearing these guys, and they weren't hearing the callers.
Oh no. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But then when they were on camera, they delivered.
Yeah, it worked.
All right, the big announcement is this. I need drum rolls. I need something. I manifest these things. And I don't even know what the announcement is. Hold on. The announcement is...
It's about you.
It's about me. Portland, Oregon, March 16th and 17th. We're doing Tim McGraw, standing room only. What is that?
Tim Fest.
Well, no, I'm looking at something on the screen that says Tim McGraw, standing room only tour, 24.
Oh, sorry.
Wrong.
You see that?
Oh, here you go. Here's all we have for Tim Fest.
No, I have a poster. You don't have the poster?
Where's the poster?
Tim Fest, that's right, folks. 2 nights at the Aladdin Theater. We are bringing the very good band Office Hours live in person on... What is this? Awful. This is the sound I'm getting in my head.
Yeah, me too.
No, that's...
Well, that was my drum roll, but I was...
It's going through like a Bluetooth
The drum's a
filter.
long... Yeah.
All right, quiet. Let's just meditate.
We don't need to leave that up, Wes.
Wait, so
I don't know where the art is.
This is the
What's
worst
going on
announcement of
again?
all time.
What are we doing?
Now, am I doing a set too?
I'm trying to explain something to you. Tim Fest, 2 nights. We got me and the band. We've got Neil Hamburger. Speaking of Neil Hamburger,
that's right.
We've got DJ Douggpound doing his act, which has become world famous thanks to the Eric Andre tour. We've got Office Hours Live and On Cinema Live. That's happening 2 nights. Now, where are you going to get tickets? How do you get tickets? What the deal? What the fuck is going on?
You got to go to Tim Hortons.
Got to go to timhortons.com, and we're giving it free dry cleaning. The tickets will be on sale tomorrow, and I'm expecting this to be a destination wedding style situation.
Cut the tape.
You know what I mean? I'm expecting, of course, Portland's going to be there, but I think people should start making their plans now to get their asses out to Portland. Portland's a beautiful city, of course.
Oh, it's pretty.
And let me just be clear. I'm
the
talking
Aladdin
about Portland.
Theater is terrific.
The what?
The Aladdin Theater is terrific.
It's terrific.
You'll have such
we
a
did,
Portland is
my
such a great
band-
community of comedy fans and
Yes.
and yeah.
We'll play this. We'll play my big announcement. Tickets will be on sale tomorrow, of course, at timheidecker.com/live. And I'm excited about this. It's been something I've wanted to do for years, is just get everybody together. We're going to put on a terrific, it's going to be long. It's going to be dinner break in the middle somehow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It'll be dinner theater? Like we'll have a
No,
dinner,
there'll be no dinner
candles.
provided, but I'm going to say to the audience, go eat, and then come back.
I love that.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I
And,
did that with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, where it was 2 parts.
Oh, there's
and
2 parts.
Yeah, we went to dinner and then we came back and it was.
Now, in the
I would
theater
love
you
to
did
do
this?
that. We left the theater, went to dinner, and then came back. It would be funny to bring it in. But
So people,
How long will the entire program be?
well, that's a good question.
Can
I
you
think
buy
it's not going to be
parts?
that
Can you
long.
buy tickets for parts of it?
You
gotta
can
get the full
buy
fest.
day 1 or day 2 or both days. So this is important to know. A lot of questions about this. 2 nights. Are you showing clips from my thing? Is that what I'm seeing here? What's going on the air? I'm just curious.
Yes.
Okay. I made
Just
this
to
yesterday.
demonstrate 2 nights. Yes.
Very good. So you can buy. There's limited 2-night passes available. So starting Friday, you can buy a 2-night pass. So you go to both shows, and then you can buy them a la carte. You can't buy them a la carte per act. You can't just buy a DJ Douggpound ticket if that's what you're asking.
Wait, you have to be there for both nights? Is that correct?
No.
Oh, I
who
wasn't
thinks you?
listening.
Who the hell
Just
thinks you have to be
explain.
there for both nights?
Well, why can't you just get
You get
go
a
to
deal.
one?
There's a
Oh.
package deal for
It's
2
cheaper to get the 2-day
I get it.
pass.
Limited.
I get it.
There's a limited number of those.
Limited number.
But you can always buy day 1 and then separately buy day 2.
Or you could buy
When I say
both and not
day, I
even go
mean
at all.
day, and I don't know what I mean by it starts before night, right? It starts at like 5.
We should encourage people to buy.
Sorry, Matt.
2 nights.
The guest has a question.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
do you think this is a
Cavalcade of Stars. It is a
Yeah.
cavalcade of
Oh.
stars.
I've never been involved in a cavalcade.
Have you been involved in like a? Well, let me finish.
Skickney sent me the art.
Just now, is he listening? My booking agent. Thank God, I love my booking agent. He does
He's
such
the
a good
best.
job. I love it, Andrew. There it is. Look at that.
That is
something.
great art.
Look at that. It's everything you've ever wanted.
Hamburger.
What a night. And, you can do the math, of course. There's a little... So I think what it is day 1 is going to be... Oh, I don't even have this information
But
yet.
day 1's on cinema?
Day 1's on cinema, then DJ Douggpound, and then the band. And I'm going to do some stand-up, too. Fuck it.
2 days of laughter, music, and applause. My favorite thing is that there'll be applause. A lot of people are going to, can you get the applause a la carte?
You can almost guarantee it. I mean, even if it's pandering.
Yes, clapter.
Yeah.
Music and clapter.
Then day 2 will be an after, sort of a matinee. Imagine it being sort of a matinee with the Office Hours gang. And then you go and get some lunch, and then you come back and you get Neil Hamburger. And then the band plays another set. And we'll mix up the music a little bit, Vic. We're not going to play the same damn set every night. What do you think we are? REO Speedwagon going around to casinos doing the same 10 songs?
Are you going to do any unplugged kind of thing?
No. It's a full rock set.
I think you should go unplugged one show.
We're going to go unplugged, but with electric instruments so you can't hear anything. What about all right? That's the promo. Again, tickets on sale tomorrow. Just look on my Instagram and everywhere else. Vic, you'll be promoting it.
It'll be everywhere.
It'll
all
be
my
everywhere.
socials.
That's exciting. We want it to sell out right away. And listen, if it's a big success, maybe we'll come to Chicago. Maybe we'll do it in New York.
Oh, I would love it.
Bell House.
I'll be there.
Fucking 9 nights at the Bell
Oh
House.
my gosh, the Bell's House. That's the perfect
Bell's
spot
House.
for it. They do a lot of cavalcades there.
Should we do? Can you put in a good word for me at Carnegie Hall? How was that?
It was really fun, although it was harrowing because it was during the pandemic and I was trying to fill it, so I had to do all kinds of please come promos and yeah.
Did it work?
It worked. It sold out, but I
Did
was
they discount tickets?
and for whatever reason, my mother kept asking me every time I talked to her, "Is it sold out?" Like she
would ask that.
Like she has a stake in it. It's just
that's not a nice thing to ask.
No.
What do you
Isn't it
care?
enough that I do
Yeah.
Carnegie Hall, Mom?
How many people are in that Carnegie Hall? What's the number?
It was like 2,400 or 2,600.
It's not as big as you think.
No, but it's
be
bigger
able
than
to
I
sell that up.
normally play.
Right.
And it took me up until the final week. I think a Seth Meyers appearance put me over the top.
Now, Gary, you were in Last Comic Standing. That's when I first was
Oh, really?
aware
Yeah, 2003, 4.
I used to love watching that show.
It was a very fun
Who are the
show.
judges?
You must have been
Did
a
you
kid.
like to watch?
No, you're not. Wait, let's do this. You're not going to believe this. Guess the age. Guess his age. Go ahead.
33?
34.
Okay.
No,
Anyway,
no.
on Last Comic Standing.
Let's do it. That's wrong. You're wrong. You're under.
Oh, okay. 34?
Okay, I'm 44.
No, he's not. Be honest, Doug. Don't be ashamed.
I'm trying to ask a question. I'm 50.
Wow, you
Isn't that
look so
unbelievable?
I'm still younger than him, so he's right.
No gray hair.
But you're 50.
Gorgeous. The hair in this
Well,
room
look at
is
you. You
outstanding.
got no gray hair, and you're.
I have it in my sideburns.
I get it.
I have gray hair. You can't tell because I'm blonde.
Oh, okay. All right.
But you're what,
You look
53 or something?
53, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Milton Berle on Letterman.
Don't we all? Sorry, Doug. Now, what was your question?
I had a great question. I forgot it.
Well,
It was about Last Comic
Now you got me
Standing.
freaked
Wait,
out
how
about
old were
how
you
old I
again?
am. And
No, Doug. It's meant from a place of love and compliments.
I'm
It's
going,
like, look
I'm
at
going
Totally.
Kissinger style tonight.
People always tell me they think because listen, I lost some weight. I lost like 30 pounds or something over the pandemic and
Yeah.
through working on it slowly.
Yeah.
You could do a time lapse of this show for the past 5 years and probably see it happen, right?
could.
People go, it looks like you're dying.
Oh.
Looks like you're sick.
Why do they feel comfortable saying that to
Exactly. And then they tell me, you must be on Ozempic. No. I wouldn't know how to.
Oh, I hate this.
But it's like, dude, I'm 47. I'm getting old.
you? Wow.
Like I'm
I
getting
would not
wrinkly.
have thought you were 47.
And I live in this
all you guys
California-
look. I guess at my age, it's harder to tell how old somebody is sometimes. But
What do we do? Because you're an older man. You're getting there.
yeah,
How do we? I wanted to ask you this because I thought
you
about
asking
it
for
during your
some wisdom?
special. More like fashion tips.
Oh,
Because like
jeez.
what? Because I thought it was really funny in the special. I don't want to give too much away, but you talk about Banana Republic.
Oh yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
everything I own here is from Banana Republic.
But during the 40% off.
Yeah. But what do we do? What are we supposed to do? Like, how are we supposed to wear? How are we supposed to present ourselves as middle-aged men?
I mean,
So you look good, but it's like a little. It's still kind of rock and roll, kind of little, like you're younger than you are. You got the cool vintage T-shirt on.
Yeah, see, I hate that older guy trying to look younger. I never stopped dressing like this, and now it's getting to the point where it's like, is he trying to look young? But I also don't like the khaki dress shirt look, and also it's always wrinkled, and my
sweat
torso
stains
seems
under-
too long.
My
and
my
it's just-
belly's no
Yeah,
matter
so
how much weight I
just-
lose, I still have this little Santa Claus
I look at
belly.
these pictures of me, and I retch. So I just try to keep it like.
What kind of jeans are those? Banana
They're
Republic?
actually pretty good jeans
Yeah.
called 7 for All Mankind, which has a nice thick thigh.
And then you wear sneakers. It's like you kind of.
I do
wear
play a lot of
fun-
basketball, so that's
Okay.
why I always I pack very light, so I wear basketball sneakers on the flight, so I don't have to pack them.
Sure.
Because they take up a lot of room because I'm a size 15.
And then when you have to dress up, it's like, well, I'd rather just kind of wear. I'd rather be like
Yeah.
full suit.
Yeah.
Than like
I
put
get
on like
that.
a
Right.
nice shirt
Yes.
and slacks.
Totally.
that's untucked.
Yes.
Like, do you tuck
No,
anymore?
no, I
Does
can't
anybody
tuck because it comes
Then you-
out, and also it makes me look even older and less in shape.
I want to start just wearing like Jerry Garcia tunics, like big, like whatever those are, like big dresses.
A drug rug?
No, I
because I don't. Why do I
Yeah.
care? But then I really end up caring.
Yeah, these are great questions. I mean, the thing is that a lot of times I asked Todd Glass about he dresses
He
in a
always
nice
looks
way
nice.
for the stage, and also my wife has pretty good taste and style. So
Now, what do you do on a daily basis? Like, well, you're jeans and a t-shirt kind of guy.
yeah, I'm a jeans and a t-shirt kind of guy, and then but also
me-
yeah, that's a nice look for Jerry.
That's not exactly what I was thinking, but that's okay too. It's covering up a lot of stuff. What do you do in the winter? You got some sweaters and.
No, I refuse to wear a sweater. I like a flannel shirt.
Me too.
I love a.
But then you feel like you're in a grunge group.
But
the grunge group.
Right, but I
How about who cares what anyone
I
thinks?
feel like
Just
that
wear
doesn't go
whatever
out of
you want.
style
Right.
in a certain.
I don't even
respect.
have a mirror. I don't know what I look like when I go outside.
That's the
And I'm
that's the spirit, Vic.
I love the grunge movement.
No
so
mirror.
I don't. If somebody says you look like you're grunge, I'm okay with that.
So you were a grunge guy when it hit because that's kind of
Yeah, that was when I was in
20s?
college.
In college,
Yeah, I was in college, and so I started hearing Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, and Nirvana, but then there were other great bands like Mudhoney and Sonic Youth, and then Smashing Pumpkins came out. So it was really a great time to be into music. And the only thing was I couldn't afford a lot of albums. So
You make a big deal about this in the special. You grew up.
I was such a broke person, and I was a. The only reason I even went to college was because I got a football scholarship. So,
Really?
Yeah. So
What school?
Boston College.
Oh yeah.
In
That's a
Chestnut Hill,
football
Massachusetts.
school.
Yeah, they were football mad and still are, and so that was how I was able to go to a good college. Otherwise, I think I probably would have just started stand up out of high school or something
Were
like
you
that.
were you a? Were they just going into grunge libraries? Did you play then?
Not well.
Really?
Not
What
well.
was your position?
I was a tight end.
Heyo.
And then after the freshman year, they moved me to offensive line. I was like, I don't want to put on 65.
Did you have split personality in the sense that you were into entertainment and comedy and art, and then you were also kind of a jock?
I think so. I think I happened to be athletic, but I was really more in tune with that. I have loved musicals since I was. My mom took me to see Man of La Mancha when I was 6 or 7, and Fiddler on the Roof and all those things.
Do you ever play? Do you still play football?
See, that's
Tackle
a great
football.
That's what I always
full
say
tackle.
is that football is not a good sport to stay in shape later on in life. But
Yeah.
I play basketball on almost a daily basis.
Really?
Yeah.
So when you're out here, do you
I
have a
bring
game that you
basketball
can
and
play?
I
How do you
deflate the
play?
basketball, and then if you go to pretty much any court in Los Angeles after 10 a.m., there are games being played. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's because there are so many actors and writers that don't have
Are out
regular
of work.
schedules.
You could just
Yeah.
jump in on any game and just say, "Hey, can I play?"
You say something like, if there are people waiting to play, you say, do you guys have next? And then they let you in. But sometimes I go very early and it's just me and I shoot around with a
Did you say
couple of
10
guys.
p.m.?
10
10
a.m.
a.m.
10
Okay,
a.m.
gotcha.
Yeah. If I did say 10 p.m., it was by mistake.
Well, that would be cool if people played that late.
It would be really cool.
wanna go to these
and I'm sure in
nights.
some
Yeah.
neighborhoods they do. Perhaps Venice Beach. I can't.
Are you? You're not in a rush today.
No.
Okay, good.
No.
So what we need to do is this. We need to welcome our musical guest shortly. Matt, I don't know where you were at with this mentally.
Oh yeah, we'll send them in.
We're going to have Fat Tony come in and play a tune. And then we're going to take a short break. We do take one break,
Okay.
a 5-minute break. And then we'll be back with more show. Gary's going to remain. Fat Tony will sit in, hear from him.
Hi. Are you?
They're
Tony?
meeting themselves. They're meeting each other as we speak.
I have a
off-camera.
great slideshow to
Doug,
show you guys.
you're going to love the second half of the show. It's very loose. Looser than this, if you can believe it. We are. You can find the second half of the show if you're watching us in the future at patreon.com/officeHoursLive. Stick around if you're watching us now for Fat Tony.
And there'll be some entertainment in the break too. Video.
We don't stop. We're not going to break and suddenly you're watching Trident gum commercials. That came from.
And I'm going to ask.
I didn't even try. It just came from my special. But
I'm going
Vic's
to
put
ask
together a special
Gary about Last Comic Standing.
And
I'm going to get to my question.
And our beautiful tribute to Henry Kissinger is coming up later as well. So Pat's show, as usual, will be back after Fat Tony's performance. Enjoy. Fat Tony, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you. What's going down, y'all? This is Fat Tony from Houston, Texas. We live fucking with Office Hours right now. My new album, it's actually an old album, Smart Ass Black Boy Redux, 10th anniversary, comes out tomorrow. Go stream the fuck out that shit, buy the vinyl. Here's a song from it called BKNY. It's about being a 21-year-old transplant in New York. Whoa! I'm Mr. Motherfucking like Esquire. Hold on, pipe down. I'm on the phone with National Enquirer. And the intern inquired, is she really my girlfriend? Is my album gonna be weird? And how much money have I acquired? Told her I can answer anything she desires. She said we can't be getting freaky or she'll be fired. But I was an artist when I like Forrest, and the forest that she admired told me to meet her in Bed-Stuy on Friday, round 4:45. I could barely get a break in them dies. Then we on the creek, R.I.P. left eye. I ain't on Kelly, but I'm thinking Kelly got that vibe. I push my pride aside, slide aside until she tired. Been in it for so long, I might retire. Wrote her like a carnival, read an article, said I was fire. I ain't from there, but I come there when I fuck a girl in Crown Heights. I ain't from there, but I come there when I play to walk around at night. I'm the best out with a red out and shit. In Bushwick, I'm blowing cushion Flatbush, Brooklyn. Yeah, that's right. That's BKNY. Beautiful one. Got one more number for you. This song's about gentrification. It's called Hood Party. I'm at the hood party. Even white people know that it's a good party. Look around your hood, they probably rent a couple properties. Around my block here, they build buildings with a lobby. No, it ain't a hobby, it's a way of life. For Ricky, Bobby, Ronnie, and Mike, who've been living in the area like all their life and never learned how to use a hookah. The Sue moved in with Stewart. She went from River Oaks to the CUNY homes. And you know she don't live alone. And she got a bike, she don't need no ride. She went to Ricky Mama house and learned a cha-cha slide. Hey, she don't get carded, she get awarded. Came to my performance and she loved the artist. Disobeyed the parents, 'cause it's apparent I'ma go the farthest. Damn right, I met her at the hood party. Even white people know that it's a good party. Look around your hood, they probably rent a couple properties. On my block here, they build buildings with a lobby. No, it ain't a hobby, it's a way of life. For Ricky, Bobby, Ronnie, and Mike, who've been living in the area like all their life and never learned how to use a hookah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Peace.
Exciting news for everybody in the Northwest, frankly, everybody in the entire world. That's right, it's Christmas because Tim Fest is coming to Portland, Oregon in March 16th and 17th. We're going to be bringing Office Hours. We're going to be bringing On Cinema. We're going to be bringing the comedy of Neil Hamburger. We're going to be bringing the comedy of DJ Douggpound. We're going to be bringing the Very Good Band. It's 2 nights at the Aladdin Theater. Tim Fest, it's happening. It's what we've all dreamed about. See? TimHeidecker.com/live.
Now, what is this all about?
We have a report you and your husband have been smoking marijuana. Have you been smoking marijuana?
Marijuana is illegal, I know that.
That's right.
For now. In a couple of years, things may change when all the kids grow up and start wearing ties and going to the polls. Marijuana's gonna be like liquor, packaged and taxed and sold right off the shelf.
I doubt it, Mr. Shipley.
We'll change the law someday, even though your friend here thinks we won't. Believe me, it's a new world. Your laws are as outdated as Bustles. Laws are gonna have to be changed to keep pace with the new morality. They'll change or we'll have to break them.
There's nothing wrong with marijuana. Well, there's nothing wrong with a gun either until you pull the trigger.
Where's your daughter?
I don't know. She was with Jane. Baby belongs with its mother.
Don't you people know where your baby is?
Jane, Where's Robin? Where's little Robbie? Robbie. Robbie. Where's little Robbie?
Robin.
Robbie. Where's Robin? Where's Robin? Robbie. Little Robbie. 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 Where's little Robbie? Where's Robin?
Oh, man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Just one look at my eyes and you can tell that's true. Oh, man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Oh, man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Oh, man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you.
I'm going to click on record and sing a little bit along with it. You can only imagine what Mozart or Beethoven would have done with an environment like this.
Okay, what else can we do?
Well, I can...
2, 3, 4.
let's.
No one wants to see that.
No.
Yeah,
there's no
the
reason.
fringe.
There's no reason. And it goes back again, starts over again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the second half of the Office Hours live program with Gary Gulman. I get self-conscious about the pronunciation now.
Oh no, Gull is
Gull.
fine, but also Gulman, I'm fine with that too. I've been called both.
Hey, if you're on Halloween, you know what we'd call you.
Gary Gulman.
Gulman.
Yeah.
But seagull is 2 L's.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And
anyway,
Fat Tony, who just blew everybody away with a 2-song set. Here at the first.
Amazing.
Nice to see you. We met a few weeks ago, so I can't say meet you.
We sure did.
Yes.
It was brief. It was a
quick.
short green room.
How was my green
interaction.
room etiquette?
It was nice. You kept the bullshit to a minimum. I liked it.
I didn't. Yes, and let's talk about this shirt because I know we're going to get a lot of complaints. I got a big Christian audience.
This is one of my all-time favorite shirts. It's the old Tori Amos shirt from '96.
On the back,
that was her tour shirt.
This was her freaking tour shirt.
That's kind of fucking cool.
That's really Tori Amos is so cool.
Her whole thing is about growing up super duper Christian and then
Right.
turning on it and feeling like my family put me through the ringer.
Was that your background for kind of Houston?
I definitely grew up super duper Catholic.
Catholic?
Super duper Catholic. My dad's very strict about it, and this shirt resonates with me.
Black Catholics in Houston.
There's lots of them because my dad's African. There's lots of African Catholics. My dad's
what part of Africa?
Nigeria.
Okay, so there's a big Catholic. They got in there deep.
Definitely. And you also got a thing as far as like Black American Catholics go. There's probably a lot in Texas and in Louisiana because of the French Connection.
Sure, the French Connection, the movie. Exactly. French Connection too.
Huge Hackman
Now
fans.
you brought up Catholic. You went to Catholic school?
Yeah, Boston College is a Jesuit university.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I also went to a Catholic university.
Well, which one?
University of St. Thomas in Houston.
Oh, nice.
I went to St. Thomas More, which is I think that's the same St. Thomas. Maybe no. There's the St. Thomas. There's Doubting Thomas.
There's Thomas and Thomas of Aquinas.
Thomas of Aquinas, and then Thomas More.
Yeah.
You know about him?
Yeah.
He was a piece of shit.
Oh, then there's St. Thomas Howell.
He was no Thomas of Aquinas. I always say.
Thomas of Aquinas we kind of like.
Bring him up, yeah.
He was a smart cookie.
Yeah.
But I went to Catholic school my whole life.
Did you get confirmed? Did you go all the way?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't go to Catholic college. I went to Temple University, which is a state school. So it kind of sounds
Great
like
school.
A Jewish
What was your
school.
major?
Film.
Nice.
Yeah.
My wife went to PC too, and she said she talked highly of the Jesuit priests.
Oh, they're awesome.
They're like the coolest.
They're so
supposedly, yeah.
progressive and laid back, and
Yeah.
I got a lot of wisdom from them. So
Tony, what did
I'm
you
very grateful.
do in college, major in?
First, psychology. Then I got out of that, went to media studies, communication.
So that kind of translates to the rap career.
Totally. People.
That's media.
Words.
Yeah, media. Word. Yeah.
Feelings. You know what I mean? That's what we do.
For sure.
Philosophy. Psychology, philosophy, it's a
How long have you been out here?
I first moved here in 2012, and I just keep moving back and forth throughout the years.
Really?
So this is the place that I've spent most of my adult life, LA.
Okay, and you're planting roots.
Yeah.
Gary, you ever become an LA guy?
Yeah, I lived here from 2000 to 2006.
Okay.
There was a time when they used to give promising young comedians development deals with
Yes.
networks, and so
Money.
a lot of money.
A little
Yeah,
money.
it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Where'd you live back then?
I lived on the Miracle Mile. Yeah, near the museums, and then I got rented a house across from the Improv on Melrose, and that was probably my best place.
Were you just doing sets? Were you one of these guys doing sets every night kind of thing?
Yeah, but not really at the clubs because I wasn't able to get in with most of the clubs, so I would do shows at like laundromats. And
Really?
M Bar was really cool.
DIY shows?
Yes, and above restaurants there were cool places. So I got to work with a lot of great comedians, but in bizarre venues. So.
Where do you perform? Like, where are you?
LA?
Do you do the road? Do you go out?
Yeah, definitely tour a lot. But back in the day, I would say when I was first getting my feet wet, like LA's the first place I ever moved out of my parents' house. The first time I got like a record deal, right?
Yeah.
And back then, most of my shows were at like DIY venues. Lots in Brooklyn, places like Silent Barn, 285 Kent, that type of shit. And here, There's like the Pear Space. That was the thing back in the day.
Yeah, that's gone now.
That's long gone. I feel like LA didn't have that much of like a DIY scene back then, or at least one that I knew of.
Yeah.
So most of my shows starting out were Houston, Austin, and New York.
Right. And where are you playing next? Where are you up to next? Do you have something booked?
I'm going to Austin. This December 15th, Paramount Theater. Buy every fucking ticket.
Paramount Theater. Hello, that's
I'm
a
there
great
on
spot.
Sunday.
Great. I played there many times.
It's a great spot. It's a great spot.
Sometimes sold it out. Sometimes
I like that.
sold it out.
Yeah.
Great theater. Yes. So Fat Tony at the Paramount Theater. When is it? December 15th?
December 15th. Me and Walker Lukens come and hang with us.
Okay. You're inviting people backstage. Is that what you're saying?
Everybody. No, everybody can come. Free for all.
Paramount's got
no
all
wristbands, no security, bum rush the whole shit.
I love it.
You got the backstage. They've got all the like the autographs or whatever from people but a lot of Broadway shows were there. So you'd have like the King and I and all the people.
Yes.
How is it? I haven't been to Paramount. It's my first time even
It's
stepping
great.
in the building.
You'll love it. You'll love it. Great vibe there.
It's
The
a classic
audiences,
old
the people
theater.
work there. It's really nice.
I heard
People there
that
are so
is
nice.
haunted.
Nowhere's haunted, by the way.
Nowhere.
Nowhere. I personally believe that nowhere is haunted.
Thank you.
Could you do that as an act? Can I? I would
That's
love to
such
write for you. Can I
That's
write
such
for
a
you?
great joke because there's an entire industry based on people who have the opposite take.
Sure.
Which is that, for instance, the Comedy Store is haunted.
Yeah. If something is old enough, it must be haunted. Well, why aren't new places haunted?
I would think that the ghost would be even more irate over being stuck in this new place that has no history or any kind of any kind of gravitas, I guess.
But so you looked at me like I'm crazy. So you believe in ghosts?
My wife
I don't
believes
know
in
if I
ghosts
really
too.
believe in ghosts, but I find them entertaining. Like
Yeah.
when I announced this show, people were hitting me up, sending me pictures of the ghost that's at the Paramount Theater.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be some
there's
old,
photos of this ghost.
Some old lady whose husband was a soldier fighting for the Alamo or some shit, and he got murdered, and she's waiting for him still.
Fought for the Alamo and then rode up on his horse to go see a show at the Paramount Theater.
New Orleans is a city full of ghosts as well.
Well, it's tourism.
I have a small part on Amy
Lots of dead
Schumer's
tourists?
Life and Beth show, and so we were filming the next season in New Orleans, and we kept being told that our hotel was haunted. And once you tell people that, then they're hearing loud knocks and things like that. And I'm thinking the knock is probably
there's a photo
room
of the
service.
ghost.
It's just rats. That's
That's
all this is.
literally
Everything you
the
hear
exact
are rats. Wait, where's the ghost?
There's a photo. That's not rats. That's a ghost.
That's a person standing there.
Right? It doesn't even look ghostly to me. It looks
doesn't
like
look
a full
cleaning guy.
Because she's not wearing maybe current clothing, so that's a ghost. But really, she could just be into burlesque.
But she kind of looks too big to fit in that
I know,
space.
that's
Like
the
somebody
thing,
didn't size it right. Don't you
Perspective
think?
is off.
The
All
sizing
right,
is off.
I don't want to
She's
waste
very
another
tall.
second on all this hoo-ha about ghosts.
Is there one picture though
So,
of a ghost
Gary,
in
you
general?
like the phrasing
though?
of "nowhere is haunted"?
Yes.
That's nice, right? That
It's
is a nice.
really
Comes
it's a
off the
great
tongue
sentence. Yeah, it's so simple. The simple truth.
nicely. Nowhere is haunted.
Yeah.
I want to do something special now, if you don't mind. Everybody's happy. Audience is happy. How's the audience? They're happy. They must be jumping for joy at today's show. Can you imagine watching this show? Be like, I'm jumping. They're all like, I'd like to invite my friend Doug Lucenot.
Oh, is it time
Yes,
to?
it's time. We're going to do something a little special. We've never done this before. In honor of, and I think you're going to appreciate this. And you too. But you got a little peek of this already during sound check.
I close my eyes.
Well, it's more of an audio thing, but oh boy. We're going to do, in honor of Dr. Henry Kissinger, we've
nice.
prepared a little routine.
Okay.
This is a little routine. And Vic, can we have a little music? Did you hear about Henry Kissinger?
Who?
Kissinger!
Kissing who?
Kissinger!
Who's her?
I'm talking about the former Secretary of State.
Madeleine Albright?
Well, I'm sure she must have had some dark days, but that's beside the point. I'm talking about Henry Kissinger.
Wait, whose Secretary of State was he?
Nick's son.
Nick who?
Who's Nick?
You tell me.
Now listen close before I whack you. Henry Kissinger was the Secretary of State for Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford. Naturally, he left office when the country voted Carter.
Carter where? Are we talking about the same lady Henry was kissing?
I'm talking about Henry Kissinger.
Oh, the war criminal. What happened to him?
He died.
Oh, good.
Thank you. It had to be done.
I loved it.
I loved it too.
I loved every moment of it. And you had that whole where they threatened to assault you back then if you didn't get the joke. Like I never enjoyed the Three Stooges because I was like, Mo is not that much smarter than the other two, and yet he gets to kick the shit out of them.
That's what I love about the Three Stooges.
Oh,
though.
really?
Whenever they get into the dynamic, when I've said this many times, but whenever like somebody that's a higher authority than Mo comes into the room, suddenly he almost literally shrinks in size. Like,
oh, they
like,
were
who
brilliant.
are you to do it? You're just as dumb as these two guys.
Yeah. Can I do a little bit? All right.
I mean,
you know those things.
No, any objections?
Where it's like what do they call it? A hot mic. Oh, somebody said something on a hot mic.
Yes.
So I pretend that it's a hot mic, but it's Larry and Curly backstage, and I'll be Larry and you be Curly, but you don't have any lines. But
fair enough. Okay, yeah, we'll do it. Do you want to come up here and do it with me?
Oh, if you don't
this
mind.
This is a new feature of the show that we do.
I unplugged the thing.
We do 2 shots. You step right into this mark here.
Okay.
And just watch that.
Okay.
Okay. So you're tall.
I'm Larry.
It's like I'm with my my partner Eric here.
Right. I'm Larry.
That's what he would have to do all the time. He'd have to do this move.
Get into a defensive
and
stance.
then dip the glass. And he also has glasses, right? So he has to dip the glasses so there's no glare. And it's like just you try to be natural. He's like, I'm trying. Okay, so you're Larry.
I'm Larry.
And I'm Curly.
Yeah.
Help me kill Mo. I don't know if we should do it. We're not going to put up with this anymore.
It's either him or us.
2 against 1. We can't lose.
We can't survive much longer at this. Every time we get a new job and we mess it up, he hurts us.
I don't know. Let's not rock the boat.
Why did we make him foreman? He's not that much smarter than us.
No, he's not. I think he might be a little stupider.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I don't know if it's the Henry Kissinger routine.
No, it's not. It's not. But I took a big swing and maybe
Well, I have to tell you, we had this guy last year, so it was earlier this year, we had this guy, Eric Bauza, who's the current voice of all the Warner
Blanc.
Brothers guys. He's like the new Mel Blanc.
Oh my gosh.
And part of
That's
that is
astonishing.
he does Larry. And he does Larry perfectly.
Wow.
And which also the guy from Ren and Stimpy used to do.
Billy West.
Billy West.
Yeah.
Billy West. But so he did a bit similar, not exactly the same, but being like, I've had enough. Stop hitting me, like.
Oh, that's.
I'm
sorry.
walking out.
I didn't mean to tread on.
No, I'm just saying it's such a great dynamic to think about that. If those guys really existed.
Yes, but also that it wasn't an act. This was their life. Every day going to work, and they would be,
horrible. And like severe violence.
Oh my gosh!
Like I want to do a thing, and we talked about it, I think, on one of the game night shows. But I want to take like the silly sound effects out, and just add like realistic sound effects.
Pain.
Yeah. Right. Like it would sound like
bones breaking.
Yeah, like no reverb on it. Yeah. The sound of skin being torn. So if you're shaving, if you're putting a straw on somebody's head.
Yes.
Head in the vice.
We got to do this. This is going to be so fun. You guys are going to play. I might play as well. Doug has invented a game called Guess the Mouth.
Guess the Mouth.
Oh shoot, I have it.
Oh, okay.
I got a jingle for it too.
Guess the mouth. Guess the mouth. Gotta guess the mouth. Guess the mouth.
Which Tim sang moments before we started recording.
Yeah. All right. So it's a simple game.
It's a simple game. I'm going to start off easy.
You can see the screen.
Anyone got this? Can you guys see this mouth?
Oh.
Okay.
I know who it is. Do we just shout it out?
Go ahead, shout it out.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Nope.
Mr. Bean.
You were so confident with that.
It's not Buscemi, is it?
Yes.
Oh my
Really?
god.
Oh, shit.
Get the hell out of here! Garrett, we got a natural.
How do you know his mouth so well?
Well, I mean,
You're such a jock.
but that's kind of like a.
He's like, I'm gonna win this game. He's like, full focus.
But that's kind of like a cop out when you're not. It's not him, is it? Well,
I
be
didn't
confident
I
in
didn't-
your answer.
Right, I
No,
shouldn't have done it that way.
that's-
But that would
Okay,
be
we'll
a
give you the
funny
point.
version
We'll give you the
of
point.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, instead of what
insecure
is,
people.
it's not.
It's not Xanadu, is it, Alex? It's not San Cement. It couldn't be San Cemente. Am I an asshole, or is it?
And I have to give it to you because
Ontario.
it is phrased in the form of a question.
It's called Insecurity with Alex Schmidt. It's a new game show. It's not Polynesia.
All
Okay.
right, next one. See if Gary could just run away with this game.
Very famous mouth.
Biden.
Yeah, you got it.
Damn, you are too good at this. You know mouths.
No,
Vic
Vic
got that one. Vic got that one.
Oh.
Yeah. I have a
Mouth
good.
three?
My bad.
Can I
I
play
was
my
gonna
give you
Biden?
props.
My new Biden drop.
Yes, please.
LLJ Cool J.
LL Cool J.
LJ Cool J?
Cool.
Was
LLJ Cool J.
LLJ Cool J. Why is he in stereo like that?
LLJ Cool
I know it's annoying. There's the crowds on the right. Anyway,
We got very spoiled with
All right, next mouth. There's a lot of
with
mouths to get
Obama's
to here,
knowledge
guys.
of
of
words.
hip hop.
Oh, that's
words.
true.
Yes.
Garrett
As well as-
Busey.
Yeah.
Oh, Busey. Wow.
Oh my God. I'm not. I'm actually deciding not to play because my.
That's his
Tim will be
lips are
too good
so
at it.
chapped.
I would
All
like
right,
to.
next.
Those eyes, my word.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh my no, Ryan Seacrest.
Tim got it.
Oh my god.
Tim got it right away.
I think about his lips all the time. I can't
He's got
stop
tiny
thinking about
lips.
his
I think
lips.
he had his lips taken in for
They
Killers of the
are.
Flower Moon, though, because they were not that full.
Did you see his
Killers.
teeth in that movie?
Yeah, they were a wreck.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
That's some of the best.
He can really get ugly, can't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
It's not easy.
Oh,
I love that movie.
That's what held back Richard Grieco.
Next mouth.
He was not, he was not willing to go
Giuliani.
ugly.
No, that's a good guess though.
Why is it a good guess if it's wrong?
Because he has similar teeth.
That's kind of like
I'll give you a hint. Try to think of a dumber guess. Dumber.
Dumber
Jim
than
Carrey.
Giuliani.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
oh wow.
Gary Garcia.
I never saw him that young.
He's really shade tipped on that one.
We have a picture. We had a picture of Jerry Garcia where he was looking like a hot lunch. Like he looked snacky to me. Right? Remember that picture of
I've
him?
seen him look better though.
Is that
Steve.
Clump?
Oh yeah.
Harvey.
You got it.
That's an
Steve
easy
Harvey.
one.
Tony got. That's
There
a
he is.
famous mouth
Yeah.
right there.
What's up with his fucking teeth?
They're too bright.
They're,
Yeah,
they're all
too-
fake, right?
They're all bright.
They gotta be.
Well, they could just be whitened, extra whitened. I don't know.
They're too bright.
I don't trust teeth that white.
I don't either. All right, next mouth.
Oh shit.
Drake.
Drake.
Yeah, you got it. Maybe that's a tie. I don't know. Did you say that one first?
Give it to
whatever.
Tony.
It's not.
Don't give me shit.
Next mouth, please.
Musk.
Oh, Elon Musk.
Oh,
yeah.
Musk.
This is beautiful, actually. This is beautiful.
Correct.
This is some of your finest work.
You
man.
like how I did that little?
That's good.
I wanted to get that eye in there. Wait, go back to it once
Well,
more.
yeah.
That's really funny.
So good.
I think it
What was his deal this week? He said something. He said the F word on a TV show or
They
something.
asked him if he's up. What does he think about advertisers pulling out of Twitter or X because he said some anti-Semitic shit, and he said they can go F themselves.
But he said they can go. You can say the word. On it.
He said they can go. I don't want to say it. It's a bad word.
Good for you.
He said the real word though.
What a. Are you a online guy? Are you because you don't have to be.
No, I mean I do.
Go fuck yourself.
I do mess with Instagram and some Twitter X, and I mean I.
Ooh, Twitter
respond
X.
to-
I like the way you're saying that.
Pays
just-
Twitter X.
I
It's
d-
like
I mostly-
Latinx.
I
you know,
mostly
like, you
go
gotta-
to it to see.
It's the more PC way of saying Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter X.
I hate it. I mostly go there to see what's trending to make sure it's not my imminent demise.
Oh right.
Right.
Yeah.
And
All right, next mouth.
it just surprises me. Like I can't imagine that during the First or Second World Wars that Monday Night Football was trending. Right.
Interesting. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm angry because I'm like there are more important things than this
Yeah, it's
meaningless
all-
game
yeah.
going on. But it's also like okay, if World War III a thing, then it would be number 1 or number 3, and unless Pete Davidson was dating somebody new.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, our priorities are really out of whack.
You don't want them to advertise? No.
Let's get through some more mouths. Come on,
Sure,
it's fun.
of course.
It's a fun game.
You guys are having fun.
Matt, I'd love a Hothead Hotline after this game.
Joaquin Phoenix.
You got it, Gary.
Go.
And Doug, you saw Napoleon. You liked it?
I did, but then after the fact, I kind of read up on Napoleon, and I thought, it's hard to get his whole life into.
I had a small part in Joker with Joaquin.
Oh, you did?
I played the comedian that he goes to see, and
Oh my God, that's
and
wild.
changes his look based on what I
remember
was
that. That's
wearing.
wild.
And so I was filming it, and then I hear an extra laughing wrong, probably trying to stand out as a laugher. And then 5 takes in, I was like, oh, it's Joaquin Phoenix. But usually somebody of that level does not sit in on your,
No,
how they
this
turn
guy's
the
the
camera
this
around.
guy goes
But he's
deep.
he goes deep. It was very impressive.
Were
and-
you Gary Gulman in the movie?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was filmed at Dangerfields, but set in 1982, so they had to actually take Dangerfields and make it more modern.
Did you, I didn't know that place still existed.
That's a good joke.
It doesn't anymore, but
Right.
Did you
it
tell
was,
that joke
it
on
was,
stage?
The key is that I lean in at the
Yeah,
end of the bit.
I wonder what the list of people that are playing themselves in superhero movies. What that list is.
Yeah, that's
Like,
really
it
cool.
can't be very many people because they try to create their own. Like
Right.
if it's the
Yeah,
president,
yeah,
it's,
that's
it's
true.
a fictitious character.
That's true.
You got Pat Kiernan, and that's about it.
Who's
The
that?
New Yorkers, right? New York One, you know that? Remember that?
Oh,
guy?
yeah.
Pat Kiernan.
Oh well, because I don't want to get into this. I don't want to turn into a
Is that in New
fucking
York?
superhero
Is that a
show.
New York,
It's a New York reference, right?
Okay.
There's
all
only
right,
5 more mouths. Let's get through them.
Geez, Doug is he's so protective of his game.
People love it, and it sparks interesting conversations.
Well, that's what we're having.
Yeah. Yeah.
No lips.
I'll give you a hint. You might not get any satisfaction if you.
Oh,
don't.
that's
Mick Jagger?
No, it's Keith Richards.
Keith Richards. Oh,
Keith.
wow.
By the way, he's gotten himself a big belly. Have you seen his?
His lips are receding.
Yeah, look at this.
He has a belly now?
Big belly. Like there's this picture of him that came
does?
out on. I think it was on him on Instagram, and he was gardening, and he looks like he's got the Santa Claus thing going. I think because he quit smoking.
Oh,
he's probably just eating
a
so
lot
much,
of
eating
candy.
He's eating the cigarettes.
candy. See if you can find that, man. Let's see how big a little. Because he used to be thin as a rail.
Yeah,
sure.
I can't imagine him fat.
We'll
Why
see
do
him
they
soon.
want us to believe that their teeth are that white?
Look at. Oh yeah. Why did you just?
Oh my God.
You know, Google has like changed
I know
their
what you're talking
thing
about.
now, and they only give the tiny
Postage. That's a postage stamp.
Very
It's
good.
a 3-cent stamp.
Stand by for the
He's
fat
right
shaming
there,
of Keith Richards that we're all hoping for. But that's not the picture, but the side
He's
shot
always
is
got
what
his
I was-
hose in
Scroll.
his hand.
Hit the arrow. No.
No, other way.
What was that?
There's another one with him gardening.
What was with the deer though?
Oh, here it is.
I mean, he's
You
looking
got it.
healthy
Matt's
and happy
got it.
right there.
I'm not
Seems all right.
shaming anybody. I'm just saying, like, for a man that's known as kind of this rail thin rocker, I noticed it was kind of interesting that he's got a big old Santa Claus belly going on. Maybe he's fattening up for the holidays.
It's giving me these tiny images.
Matt, all right, well, we'll come back to this. Matt, you'll come. Oh, there it is. That's not that.
That's
That's
not
not-
that.
oh
It's
my
not Santa Claus
God.
style.
He's a bit rotund.
What?
It's not Santa Claus style.
Also, it's like the edge of the image that's all stretched out.
Is that what it is?
Give him.
Oh, there's
Give
there's
him a
more
break.
belly than you would picture, Keith. What do you think, Tony?
I definitely think that's more belly than I'd ever fucking picture on Keith Richards.
Yeah.
It's
It's
fat
crazy.
Tony. Fat
It's
Tony
crazy.
should be the judge.
I'm the fucking fat expert, and that man is fat now.
Yeah, what kind of name is that? You're a
from The
perfectly
Simpsons?
built man.
It's a philosophy. It's kind of a Houston thing. You know, where
Okay.
I'm from, we got artists like Fat Pat and Big
Okay.
Pokey and Big Mo. I just feel like this is my way of paying homage to it. And I grew up fat. And I also don't trust people who didn't grow up fat.
I get you. And
Why not?
That's right. I hate that. I hate a lot of that. Why I don't? Because you've never experienced shame and come out of it. And you've never had to work on yourself.
Is fat the word fat is? I mean, it's kind of a. I guess it's a slur now. It is
Yeah.
a slur.
Some people think of it as a slur.
pejorative, yeah.
Body shaming.
But I just, I feel like I own. I have weight issues in my mostly in my head, but so I feel like I can goof on it.
Yeah, say what the fuck you
But
want.
I say whatever I want.
Tony, are you too young to have gotten into Scarface from?
I definitely am not. I love Scarface.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
amazing.
He was one of my gosh.
Amazing.
So good.
I
Yeah.
got this killer up inside of me. I can't talk
Yes.
to my mother, so I talk to
That's-
my diary.
Yeah,
That's great.
That's beautiful.
No,
Lyric. That shit gives me chills.
No,
still.
he was a true one of a kind. I mean, he's an incredible writer,
Sad guy.
lyricist, and sad. But one of the first hip hop guys to be open about his trauma and sadness, and it was really inspiring.
Real
yeah.
emo music.
Yeah, but with just sick beats.
Yes.
That's
Mike
he was
Dean,
part of
Eno
Ghetto
Joe.
Boys.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a little rap illiterate. I'm going to tell you that. I can't know everything.
That's unfortunate.
No, that's okay.
But that's okay.
It is what it is.
You have a lot of life to get into rap music. There's so much. Rap is probably the best thing that America ever did. For all the bullshit that America has put our people through, all of us, rap music is the best fucking American invention ever.
See, I would say it's Friends, the sitcom Friends.
He's out. Headphones off.
I think rap
I mean,
and maybe the
you gotta
NBA.
admit, Friends was
Yes.
very good.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
No,
Friends.
Basketball is definitely the most hip hop sport by
Right?
far.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
The rest of them suck. Like I don't give a. I hate football. It's bullshit, violent.
The only sport I can
Basketball,
watch now is basketball.
really.
Yes.
I'm a baseball guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like.
I mean, I know a lot about baseball because I was immersed in Red Sox culture growing up,
yeah.
but
I have a
I've
prejudice
always been
against Massachusetts
basketball
people.
fan.
of
I don't
course.
blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. We can be very abrasive, and yeah, I get it. I completely get it. I grew up around these monsters, and it's.
Do you think the Astros are still the most controversial baseball team? People really
Have
hate
to
us.
be.
People hate.
I mean,
them.
they have to be.
Screw them.
Because of the
Screw
cheating.
them. They're cheated.
The cheating.
I
Screw
feel,
them.
yeah,
Cheating.
I
But
feel
was it the fact that
uncomfortable wearing
they just
I
got
feel
caught? Does
uncomfortable
everybody
wearing
cheat
my
and they just got
Astros.
caught? Is that the thing?
That's what they said. They're like, everyone does this. Y'all just caught us, but every single team does it.
I don't know.
I was in Houston when we won the World Series. I've never seen that many happy people in my life.
No, it's
The
a
fucking
blessing.
streets were just flooded with happy people.
Sure.
And I was at a brewery. The brewery owner said, "Do you want to ride with me to pass out beers?" We rode in a fucking pickup truck through downtown, throwing beers to children, adults. It didn't fucking matter. Cops
See,
everywhere. No one
I
cared.
have.
Everyone was so happy.
I guess I have a little bit of white pride when it comes to baseball. Like our guy, like there's some of our guys out there doing it. They're pretty good.
Yes. I love that.
Let's do a hothead hotline.
We haven't finished Doug's game,
Oh, come on. Really? All right, fine.
right?
How
Doug?
many you got?
Just crank through.
Mark Maron.
Mark, yeah.
Okay,
Who
you got it.
that?
Next.
Who got that?
So
You
handsome.
must keep score. Who got
Gary
that?
Gulman got it.
Gary got it.
Is the shape a clue?
Not at all. I just wanted to get those bags in there.
Oh, that's
Oh, it's
me.
Neil Young. Neil Young.
You got it, Vic.
Nail.
How did you get that?
One of the
Oh my
best.
God.
This is
I
the
don't like
person.
this one.
It kind of looks like that "Hello, how are you" T-shirt by.
Is this,
Yes.
is this politics?
Ellen?
It's politics.
No.
There's a future
Hillary
president
Clinton.
right here.
Ashley
Hillary
Boebert.
Clinton.
Ashley
No,
Babert.
it's a shoot, I forgot her stupid
Klobuchar?
name.
Sarah
Oh, the governor,
Kelly,
Nikki Haley?
Nikki Haley.
Oh, okay.
Oofa.
Future president right there. Okay, one more.
She's
Mr.
she's
T,
ascending
Mr.
right
Trump.
Vic, you got
Yeah.
it?
Nikki Haley. Huh?
Yeah.
Mr. T?
Oh, Gavin
Oh,
Newsom.
no, it's Tom Sharpling.
Yep.
Let it be known, Tom, that I believe that your mouth looks like Gavin Newsom's mouth.
All right, that's it. Thanks for playing.
All right, let's hear it for Doug and his wonderful game.
That was a great game.
That
was a
game would have
great
been on
game.
Conan O'Brien in the
Yes,
90s.
yes. Or Ann Smigel would have been talking the most.
Oh, that's true.
Remember
yeah,
that gag?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was so
I was
funny.
reading on Wikipedia that you've. It's a weird distinction, but it says you've been on every talk show.
Yeah.
Did you see that on your Wikipedia?
That was something I used to be proud of. I was the only comedian I knew of that had done stand up on every late night talk show. Yeah.
But that's a weird thing because it's they come and go.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you
but
didn't
here's
do-
the thing:
You weren't on Carson.
it doesn't really hold up to scrutiny, right? Because
It does on my show.
I wasn't on Carson, and I haven't been on
James Corden.
I haven't been on the one where you play Gnip with the host. The one where
You
you,
haven't been on
go on and you
Fallon?
play cribbage.
You haven't been on Fallon?
Yeah.
fuck him.
Did your sets ever overlap? Did you ever like repeat a joke or a set?
You have to.
I must have because I used to do Carson daily. And
You used to do Johnny Carson every day.
That is so good.
Boom!
My word. Wow.
So quick.
That was really quick.
You used to do Carson Daly, really.
That was very Abbott and Costello-esque
Yes,
again.
I
Yeah,
know.
so good, man.
All right, let's take a call. An actual phone call.
Hothead Hotline.
Tom from Bucks County.
Gary has a great joke that says, my phone has an app on... Wait, I don't want to read. I don't want to steal it. My
The phone is a seldom used app on my phone.
Yes. You know what I said? Can I give one joke from the special?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Which I sent to the guys because I was watching it and I filmed it because I was like, this is so good.
Oh, thank you.
It was, remember that guy that played Jerry on Seinfeld? That got me good.
Well, yeah, in context.
In
it's
context.
much better punchline to set up. That made a lot of...
Yeah.
It made him laugh and he wrote it.
I was just kind of proud.
It's really smart.
Thank you.
Who do we have on the line?
Tom, you there?
Tom Sharpling.
Bucks County? There you go.
Hello, Tom.
How are you? I'm a little nervous. I'm a big fan.
Oh, don't be nervous.
Calling from Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Pennsylvania. But I'm actually from Bucks County, and I'm a little mad at Fat Tony celebrating the Astros win when he beat our Phillies. But you know,
let's move on
I like
from
his
that.
music, and I grew up Jesuit too.
Hello.
But yeah, I agree. I'm sorry. So I had a question about. I'm sure you saw the new Albert Brooks documentary on HBO.
Question is,
did it irk me that Brian Williams was featured in it and not you, when you said so many times how much of an influence Albert's been on comedy influence on you?
Did you watch the Albert Brooks? And I don't want you to talk dirty on Max.
But the whole thing was for the past. I've been an Albert Brooks fan since I saw broadcast news, and then I started seeing like Lost in America and things like that. And the thing I always wondered over the years is, what does Tiffany Haddish think about Albert Brooks? And finally, Max answered that question. I was like, what? Yeah, but. What does
I
Tiffany
think I know how I
Haddish think
feel, but
about
how
it?
am I supposed to have a full opinion?
Yeah, exactly.
What is the...
It's like I don't know how to feel about news of the day until I read the New Yorker.
Yeah. That is exactly it. Here's my story with that documentary. I had this procedure done to my
septum.
Not quite. You're getting there. You're getting close. My sinuses.
Okay.
And
brain.
The post. It was what do you call it? Post-op. What's it called when you do it? You leave the same day. It was it's like getting your outpatient procedure. I was given some Vicodin style pills because there was pain. So I took that. I went home and was resting and put that documentary on. So I don't know. I know I watched it, but it's sort of this weird dream that I had. That
it was excellent. I really loved it, and it showed a lot of great clips that I hadn't seen, a lot of that I had seen because I've been a fan for a I
But you didn't need the context of Judd Apatow and Haddish.
No, I felt like it was almost like they weren't
Brian
comfortable
Williams.
just letting the greats of comedy talk about him. They had to see, well, what do the kids think about him? And do the kids think he's cool?
Yeah.
And it's
Who else
like,
did it? Can we get a list of, Matt, do you remember? Brian Williams is he available?
Larry David.
He talked about
I
him.
loved hearing what Larry David had to say, and sort of, I guess older people, it felt like it was more, because I can't imagine that he really intersected with a lot of the young people.
No.
But, yeah.
I think what's amazing is...
Jonah Hill, that was...
Jonah Hill, that's another
was the
one.
most
Yeah,
egregious.
do we need to know what Jonah Hill thinks about him?
Dave Grohl sat down and talked about him a little bit.
We have to find out what Travis Kelce thinks about Albert Brooks.
Tim McGraw. Joe Biden, you could have, like, even if it was like, I could imagine Obama being there. Sitting there, but,
Yeah,
that was a different time for comedy. It was a different time. You couldn't just go on. He went
You
there.
had to work it out at the
He went
Comedy
there.
Store.
Yeah, he went there. Look, I used to watch his movies growing up in college. Good time. Bruce Springsteen could have easily been doing it. Nobody tapped into the American spirit the way Albert
I
did.
know, Dave, I'm still on, but I have a follow-up if I could.
So yeah, you have a follow-up question? Is that what you said?
I would like to hear from
geez,
Billy
I'm sorry.
Crystal's jazz character.
Thank
you. Glad to be here.
Go.
Well, I was curious because you talk about Albert and like I only really know him as like from the movies, and like how like, being such like you seem like an expert. Like the documentary didn't seem to really sort of show how he went from this like alternative comic on to making these like mega movies that were kind of not even like all. I mean, they were comics. They were funny, but they weren't like a lot of them were dramas. And he was a very good actor, great writer, and like that transformation from being ripping your shirt off with the cream, that thing fit to like. It didn't really delve into like how that sort of
what that transition was
happened, and I was just curious.
I would imagine it's just like a natural growth or a natural age. As you get older, your ideas become a little maybe more grounded.
Sure.
And absurdity is a young man's game.
I think Doja Cat had an interesting take on it.
You're just over here thinking of more minutes. Yeah, Bad Bunny had an interesting take on the whole thing.
Post Malone.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool to see all three members of Boy Genius sit down and really dig into.
Blackpink.
Yeah.
We go to Blackpink.
Now I'm beyond even knowing who these people are.
It's this Korean young girl band.
Yeah.
And they're huge fans of, but only of early Albert Brooks. When Brooks did Defending Your Life, they said it was too mainstream.
Too mainstream. That's what this guy's problem seems to be.
Yes.
Now I don't have any problem with mainstream as long as it's
And
like
he did great Simpsons voices.
Of course, they talked about that in the document. But what was great about those talk show appearances were what a time to be doing what he did, where it seemed like he would have an idea and go and do it for the first time on national television.
Yes, without workshopping it. Even Jesus Christ used to workshop the Sermon on the Mount before he did it. And
well, he was a carpenter after that.
Go and tell the story. He's alive again.
No, but I don't know. I think he if you look at his movies, you've got Real Life, which is very much a satire and kind of cold. It's not about. It's not a warm.
But also prescient.
But amazing. Yeah, perfect satire of where we're going and the way reality shows work, and super funny. And then you could see him like as he got older, his interests were like more looking inward and about relationships and about. I mean, I still think they're tremendously funny, but they just became deeper. Like Lost in America. I think if people say, "What is your favorite movie?" or at least favorite comedy, it's that movie. Yeah. Because I just think it's perfect. Like every scene is a perfect scene, and it's so simple. Such a simple idea.
Yeah, it's a toss-up between that and Modern Romance for me.
Modern Romance is too stressful.
Is Lost in America the one where they get the RV?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And she spends the nest egg at a casino.
She spends it all at the casino.
Oh, yeah.
The
first tries to get the money back.
And he goes to Gary Marshall and he goes, I have an idea. I'm an ad man. I'm in advertising. Here's the pitch. You give us the money back. Give it back. And you do billboards. We put billboards everywhere saying the Desert Inn cares. The Desert Inn cares. And the guy's like, what are you talking about? We're a casino. We're not going to give you money back.
I think
You're a nice
he
guy.
offers to comp his breakfast, right?
I give you a comp. I'm going to pay for your room. He's like, no, you don't understand. He's like, you're a nice guy. You make me laugh, but we're not giving you money back. And then his energy changes. He's like, get out of my office. And then they're left with nothing. Yeah. And they're in this RV, and they have to get jobs. Yeah. They go to this, they run out of gas. They're in this little town, and he goes to this, it's the funniest scene, because he's a guy who came from advertising. I'm just going to tell you the whole movie. No, and we can tell each other. Yeah. But he had this big advertising job, and he quits because he's like, fuck society. Yes. I don't know if I'm going to be like the Easy Rider guys. We're just going to live. We're going to sell the house, buy an RV, live off our savings.
Yes.
Savings goes away because she gambles it all, right?
Yeah, on the first night.
On the first night. And then they're in the middle of the country somewhere in this little dinky town, and they're like, we're going to just make this work. We're going to go and get jobs. Today, we're going to go and get jobs. So he goes to like the employment office, or like the unemployment office, I guess, and he sits down with this guy, and he's like explaining what kind of work he used to do, and he used to make $100,000 a year. And the guy starts laughing. Like, what do you, $100,000 a year? No, like we have a crossing guard job. Like if you're interested in a crossing guard job, and that pays $350 an hour. And he's like, mind's blown. Like, I can't do that. I can't, And he gets the job as the crossing guard, and he's just, it's 2 weeks earlier, this guy's running this big advertising campaign, and he's there like with the stop sign, and kids are circling around him, making fun of him. His wife gets a job at a fast food restaurant, and just it's the best.
Yeah, Julie Haggerty.
And then the moral of the story is he goes and takes the job back, and the original in the beginning they're like, you can either get this promotion or take this job in New York, and it's not what he wanted. He wanted this status of. He basically just gives up on their dream, and he can't. He's like, you know what? We're just gonna fucking take this job in New York, and the RV rolls into Fifth Avenue and parks in front of this big advertising. And it's like such a depressing end to this movie, but it's just like
so funny.
Gave up.
Didn't work. He's lost. Took the money. Yeah.
Sold out.
It's very funny. I know that sounds kind of grim when I talk about it that way. Does it sound grim?
Not really, but I was hoping for a better ending. Can you make one up? Can you make up a nicer, funnier ending for me?
But it was different from all movies
not
in
what
which
I wanted.
something happy had to happen, and they had to learn a valuable moral, ethical lesson, and it was so different. It was
it goes full circle.
Did they end up selling it?
The beginning
RV?
is the
Did
end.
They sell the RV?
We don't know.
That's minor.
Getting into the weeds of that.
Do we have anybody on Zoom that wants to chime in?
Probably. Let's say goodbye to Tom. Thanks for your call.
Thanks, Tom.
Good topic.
But when he finds out that it's all gone, and they have this big argument about the nest, because it was called the nest egg.
The nest egg.
Like
Yeah,
the
I
nest
love
egg
the
was
nest
we were gonna live off this nest egg for the rest of our lives, and it's like looking back now, he's like almost verbally abusive to her.
Yes.
But
you could see how angry he would be because they had all this money to live off of.
Yeah.
And then it's gone.
And he goes, you cannot say the word nest
Yeah.
or egg. If you want to talk about what birds live in, it's a round, birds live in a round stick. And I'll have things with bacon and toast, right? It's very...
Let's dip back into the hotline.
Yeah, that's a better place. No offense, Zoomers.
It sounds like you're on a run, 949. You're in New York. Is that what's going
great.
on?
We'll hear the sound of rustling. How do you stay in shape, Tony? Do you do anything?
Yeah, I like to work out. I like to go to the gym.
You go to the gym.
I'm a gym guy.
Can I see some of your work?
Don't look at my stomach. Look at my legs.
Oh, you got thick legs. You got nice tight legs.
I got some calves down there. I could stomp the shit out of somebody if I wanted to. Truly.
I want to feel this.
I go to the gym. I just don't think it does anything. It doesn't do have no effect on me.
But what do you do there?
10-pound weights. I do two reps.
2 reps.
2 reps.
1, 2. All right, that's it. Broke a sweat. Who do we have on the line, Matt?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hey,
coming in live. You're on live with Fat Tony and Gary Gulman.
Hey guys. Yeah, I just finished a 37-mile run. I was trying to call you during the run, but
Fuck you, 37 miles. No way.
3. Yeah, for real. Wow. For real. Group of my buddies and I'll have a contest in November who can run the farthest. So we have a team in North Brooklyn and a team in South Brooklyn, and had to deliver on the final day of November. So I ran 37 miles today.
The show just can't be about talking about numbers.
How long did that take you?
It took me 5.5 hours. I've been out all day. It's basically like a day of work.
Take a nap.
How long is a marathon?
26.
26.
Have you ever done a marathon before?
Yeah, I've done like
did
10
one
marathons.
today.
I've done a
Well, I
couple.
know. I'm saying like up to before today.
Sorry.
Me too.
So you're running around Brooklyn like in a circle? Like where are you going?
So I had this route I really wanted to do. I ran over the Williamsburg Bridge, and then I circumnavigated all of Manhattan. So I basically ran the perimeter of Manhattan.
That's beautiful. That's kind of a beautiful thing to think about.
It really is.
How often do you
really
stop it for
gorgeous.
cars and stuff? That's my question.
I only stopped 2 times. I had to
urinate,
get some food. I got a Mountain Dew, and then you know what? At the end, it's kind of embarrassing, but I'll just go ahead and say it. Like I didn't want to stop for the bathrooms, and my bladder was starting to just lose control, so I just started to let it go, and my shorts were completely soaked.
I think this guy's full of crap.
That's a thing they do.
I don't know. It seems like a weird thing to make up.
Yeah.
I think it sounds like he's leading to a big punchline or something.
A little weird to tell us.
Ooh,
No,
interesting.
there's no punchline. I wanted to call you guys out there because I thought it'd be cool to call you mid-run, but it just didn't work out. But I'm thrilled to talk
You don't even
about it
sound
now.
out of breath. When did you finish this run?
Let me ask you this: when you're jogging around Manhattan, you're just blowing off every stoplight, or do you jog in place?
Doug's real concerned about
Are
this
you in the
traffic
jog in place
situation.
guy?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So one of the cool things about going around Manhattan is that there's no stoplights. Like you're on the water, so you're basically able to go nonstop. Like, there's a couple of moments where I had to wait at a stoplight, but usually just like running through cars.
Is
It
there
was
a
getting,
path
like-
that goes is there a path that goes around the island, like that you can stay on the path?
No.
So the dream for the city, and I think in the next 5 years, the goal is to have a
ring.
full greenway around Manhattan, but they're getting close. They're like building the final stretches. There's a couple.
Gary, your
stretches on the
attitude
east
to that
side
question was no, like no, there are
Because I'm a runner, and that's one of my big things is that a lot of times I'm like, oh, this path just ends.
Right.
And
yeah,
and so it's frustrating, but I'm also not a fanatic like this man seems to be, where he's clearly planned this out a little bit, but didn't plan the peeing.
Yeah, I want to talk more about the peeing.
Yeah.
So
I
the
can't
peeing.
imagine being more uncomfortable.
Go ahead, Tony. Tony, the floor is yours.
You're in shorts, right?
Urine shorts. He's wearing urine shorts.
He was.
It might be cold enough that he's in sweats.
No, Tony's wearing urine shorts.
The super
The penis is
absorbent.
leaking out of the short, right?
So my shorts are like an inch long. They're super short. They're these bright pink short shorts.
An inch.
And they have like a a liner.
That's very tiny.
They're like
a
runner
pink
shorts,
liner.
like those tight ones. Yeah.
Pretty high.
Yeah, runner.
Pretty high
They're very,
shorts.
very high end.
Must have
And I
felt
was
great.
looking for a bathroom. Did you guys watch? You guys watched the How To with John Wilson,
I
right?
did the bathroom one.
I didn't watch that one. No.
Yeah. There's basically no public restrooms in New York City. It's like a serious problem. Like they've all been closed down. So I'm on the east side, and there's just no bathroom, and I don't want to get like a ticket for public urination, and so
Yeah.
it just starts to leak out, and it's just like a small amount. You're sweating most of it out, but there's like a little stream coming down my leg and wetting my shorts.
Yeah. Wow. Were you in a park? Were you in like the Parkland area, or you were like running down Fifth Avenue kind of thing?
Mostly like the Greenway.
It's like
so
bubbly.
mostly in parks.
Yeah.
Like I
So
don't know if
did you move over to the grass for the piss?
when I was peeing?
Yeah.
I didn't. No, you don't understand. Like it was as I was running. Like I was just on the path.
Oh, I understand. I'm just saying, while you were running, did you move into the grasslands while you were running so that it would
so it wouldn't be
dribble
on the
into
street,
the
but-
grass, not onto the path? Yes or no?
No.
You did not. Okay.
The
Well,
answer-
I don't. You know what?
the answer is
I
no.
think this is totally fine.
It's fine.
I don't.
It's
Anyone
New York
notice you
City.
pee?
The place is covered in piss and poo everywhere.
Yeah.
I know.
It doesn't
seriously.
matter.
All right. Well,
It
congratulations.
is.
I hope you feel good about yourself. I don't know. What do you say to a guy that ran 37 miles? Seems bad for your health at some point. Isn't? I mean, as a
Yeah,
tall
I think
man,
it-
Gary, is running potentially bad on your bone? Bad on
It's
your.
not great for my knees. It's
not great for your knees.
No, but it's good for my
Your heart.
mood. My mood and my heart.
I
so-
love running too for that
Yeah.
reason. It really
Yeah.
improves my. I think it improves my mood.
How many miles would you walk to be the man? That would like to stand next to you.
I would walk 500.
Now you guys got a routine going.
500
You picked it
miles.
up right where I was.
But then, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
If you weren't there, or if you said I'm over here now, I would walk as much as 500 more miles.
500 more miles.
Yeah.
Me too.
Just
500
to,
more?
Just to be the man who'd walk 1,000 total miles.
Up to 1,000.
Up to
Speaking of,
1,000.
let me say, speaking of the Irish, I want to send
I think you'd be
actual.
so tired you'd fall down at your door.
Oh, I'd be exhausted,
Yeah.
and I hopefully, but quite likely I would have pissed myself.
And blisters galore.
Yeah, blisters galore and chafing. It's the chafing.
I want to send actual rest in peace to Shane McGowan, who passed away today. You know Shane McGowan, the Pogues.
Oh shit!
Yeah, everybody knows the Pogues.
I knew him as Shane from the Pogues, but he had a last name.
He actually had a last name.
Wow.
That's not Shane McGowan, okay? That's the Proclaimers. But play, well, we don't play anything because we're going to try. But if I should fall from the grace of God, well, I've done the carrots, leave me. That's a good one. Yeah.
We can play with that second half.
You know what's
Elvis produced that record.
We should be able to play whatever we want on YouTube after they croak.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's our property. No, listen to this. Listen how great this vocal is. This vocal's so special. There's no reason to add.
I don't want to get dinged.
I was wondering why you're doing that.
Sorry.
Here's my funny Pogues thing. No, I remember this very clearly. The Pogues did SNL back in the 80s.
I saw that.
You remember that?
Yes, I do. It's the first time I've ever heard of them.
And Shane McGowan was a mess, and he was drunk, I assume, and just sort of like his performance, which we could. I haven't watched it in a while, but it was unintelligible. Is that the right thing to say? It was
unintelligible.
Unintelligible. Yeah. Thank you. Unintelligible. And Dennis Miller was up next. You know, you do the
the weekend
and
update.
this was his line. I'll always remember it. He goes, "Yeah, I like the Pogues, but I've always been a sucker for lyrics." I think that's what he said. Something to that effect.
I thought he was going to have some obscure reference.
What the hell happened to that guy? He used to be kind of hip. And
he was so hip with the headband. This Bush, man, we got to get Bush out. Like it's just like your cookie cutter kind of baby boomer liberal.
Yeah, he was like a Gentile Belzer.
This is it. Let's take a look. Great. Fuck you, Dennis.
Yeah, fuck you, Dennis.
I don't know what he's saying, but that could...
Yeah, but that's his thing.
Yeah. Well, they were good, though. So good.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Dieter.
This was an episode hosted by Dieter. He was so big that they're like, we gotta let him. All right, get out of here. What is this? Are you trying to get to the actual Dennis Miller line?
Oh, they do another song?
This is kind of like...
He's singing in tune. It's not a total disaster.
No, I agree.
It's fine.
Is this the whole episode?
Oh, wait, a different guy had to sing instead?
I thought that was
It looks like they put a new singer in.
Oh, he's on the drums. What's he doing back there?
McGowan is...
He's just sitting down now.
Wow.
Oh, is he out? Is that
like off to the right?
Yeah, there he
You
is.
should get a snare like that, do drum rolls during the show.
Maybe. Let's definitely talk about that at our next meeting.
The host. Who is that?
Rob Lowe.
Faggot?
Oh, yeah.
Rob Lowe.
We're back.
Well, maybe Miller never said that. Maybe that's
No, you skipped through the entire
Mandela effect.
there's
Jim
news.
Brewer.
You skipped through the whole news.
Oh, it was in the news?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It was the opening of the weekend update.
Oh, that'd be hard to track down.
All right. Well, don't.
Chevrolet was on
Anything
that
hard
episode
should
too.
just be not attempted.
Did you see the Brian Jonestown massacre fight on stage? That was
Sure
good
did.
stuff.
That was a mess.
Tony, you saw
Sure
that.
fucking did.
All right. Do we know the Brian Jonestown massacre? See, this is what I think. I don't care about that band in any way.
No,
Yeah. I went to their
More of a
show
Danny
early
Warhol
this
fan.
year. I left early. It was boring as fuck.
There's some indie band from
Where did you
the
see them at a festival or
90s.
something?
In Arizona, randomly.
Oh.
But
Somebody
that's
had,
kind of a thing,
had
right?
tickets. I was there. I fucking went. Spent like 20 minutes there and left.
You weren't invested.
I don't want to watch this because I don't care.
Tony, what kind of music do you like? Rock?
Oh yeah, I mostly like rap music, punk and hardcore, like dance music, club music, house, techno, shit like that.
Could you?
When it comes to rock, it's
What about
mostly punk and hardcore, but
Right.
I can branch out.
Like new punk and hardcore?
Like old
Green-
punk
like Green
and
Day?
hardcore.
Or like Blink-183.
I
Clash?
definitely liked them growing up. I like the Germs, like Class, Black Flag, Bad Brains, all the typical
Bad
shit.
Brains.
You know what I mean?
Do you know this clip that Bill Maher, he was talking about punk? Have you seen this clip?
no.
I have
It's
not.
the greatest clip ever. It's who's he talking to?
So
Jeffrey Ross. And
we've
Jeffrey,
we've watched it.
We've watched it so many times. But Jeffrey Ross, basically on that Club Random. Are you going to do Club Random? Do you know what that is?
No, I don't know what that
Ho! Ho!
Now you're about to.
Ho! Wait till you see Club Random, Bill Maher's podcast that he does in his basement with his stripper poles.
I used to actually.
Wait, put up a clip.
Real,
Oh, it's so gross. Now, see, that's a guy who tries to dress and act young.
Yeah.
Except he's kids these days.
And he's always
comedy.
that's all he's
his-
talking
He's
about.
older
is
than
kids.
Joe Biden.
He's had Billy Corgan on there a bunch, right?
Yeah. But no, this
exactly.
this clip is Jeffrey Ross. He's like, I've been watching this show about the Sex Pistols. And he goes, the Sex Pistols? You like the Sex Pistols? He's like, yeah, like, sure. He's like, punk? What is that, punk?
He's like, that's not music or something.
Yeah, and he's like there's an opinion no one can like get on the side of because it's like, oh, it's not for me, but it's pretty much established as like a legitimate
The
genre.
most dated opinion possible.
Yeah, like the day, like 1977 old banker opinion.
The Sex Pistols suck. No.
There it is. I don't care if we've showed this before. Gary, if you haven't seen
my
this.
mom watching MTV.
Or like like the character that played Cyndi Lauper's dad in the videos.
Captain Lou Albano, God rest his soul.
That's right.
Ugh,
Likes
that
the Sex
mustache.
Pistols.
You don't like
You're
him
right.
either.
Maybe they have other attributes.
They're they just started something that spawned.
And this time you might
modern
find sympathy in believe it or not, in him because you just feel like, geez, why are you beating up
Started
on me so
something that
badly about
sucked
this?
more. They started
You
something.
don't like
where,
the Clash and the Ramones?
No. Punk rock, if we're talking about 3 chords, I think I know what punk rock is. Now, maybe they did so. I will say this. I think there's a band that started punk rock. Maybe there's more than one. Yeah, I'm sure there is. There's a band, I believe, started punky and then became an awesome band who I love, and that is Green Day.
Yo, this is crazy.
All right, stop. Enough. This is it's an all-time clip. I mean, that's like
Ramones and Love Green Day. This shit is
that's
crazy.
like Orson Welles wine commercial level clip. For
And
me.
they became Aerosmith.
Yeah,
They started punky.
punky. Oh my Lord, what a gift that clip is, though.
I mean,
There's nothing.
He's already been a fucking sucker. He just got more sucker points at it.
Yo, totally.
Oh, so tacky.
Can you imagine sitting across from that opinion and be like, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Club Random.
Oh
You think
God,
that's
Gary,
a-
I'm so sorry
you
that you
think
haven't
that's
known
such a
about Club
clever-
Random.
No, I'm not aware of anything.
What kind of other shows are you going to be doing? Like these kind of shows?
I did Conan Needs a Friend.
Nice.
Yeah, and then
He loves you.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a good guy to have in your corner.
Yeah.
He never given 2 shits about me.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Yeah, he that was really fun. And then I started off in comedy with Bert Kreischer, who's
Okay.
like a
But he's a little bit in that camp that I don't think of you in.
right. No, we're definitely not in the same camp, but we worked together a lot coming up, and so we became friends. And I've known him since I was in my 20s. So,
Yeah.
So I went on his, and we caught up, and that was nice.
He seems like a nice enough guy.
Yeah, and then
Always with his shirt off.
he's a very sweet man. Our comedy is very dissimilar.
Oh,
And-
unsimilar's fine.
Yeah, and then we're really struggling with prefixes today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're struggling with a lot of things.
unintelligible. And then where else did I go
You do
yesterday? I did Marin the last time I was out here to promote
Burn
my
that
book.
bridge.
And
No,
then-
you didn't burn that bridge. You can't play that card again.
Right.
No bridges.
And then there was somewhere else I went. Yes. Oh, Jason Nash. He has a podcast.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
that guy. Is he
He's
like a reality show guy?
I think he's a
YouTuber.
YouTuber. And then there was something else.
So interested in what people are doing these days.
What it was. Yeah.
Pete
but
Holmes.
Pete Holmes I did the last time I was out here.
Okay, so you
And
can't
then,
go back to these
And then I was
places.
supposed to have dinner last night, but he called it off because he was tired. Chris Fleming is a friend of mine. He's very talented.
Chris Fleming, of course.
Yeah.
He
And
called
loves
it
you.
off.
He loves you guys. Yeah, he was shooting all day, and he said he was.
I would never do that. Even if I had run 37 miles and we had plans for dinner.
No, I completely understood. And you know what? I've been a little bit, for whatever reason, my sleep schedule is off since I came out here. So I was, and I'll be here in January again to do Largo. So we'll catch up.
I'd like to see that show myself.
Yeah.
Fat Tony,
I'd love to have
wake up. We're at the noon mark, which is the end of the show, unfortunately.
Could I ask a question, Mr. Tony?
Yes, of course, Mr. Tony.
But there's a lot of white dudes in here, and we're not very up to date on hip hop and stuff.
You would be shocked.
No,
mostly
so.
white
We're
men are up
very
to date on hip
pasty.
hop.
So I want to like
middle-aged Jewish men are the biggest fans.
Yeah, exactly. How do we? I have some that I really like or whatever, but what's a good way in?
How do we convince Tim?
How do we convince
to get into?
Tim?
Don't worry about me. Everybody can like what they like.
How do we convince Tim that rap is music?
I don't.
Tim says rap is music.
That is a great question.
There's a clip. There's a clip from Jerry Garcia where he claims it is not, which we make fun of. Let me just say that.
It's fucking wrong. It's wrong.
Is there an
It's a
easy
wrong
entrance
opinion.
like Run DMC, Walk This Way, or something? No.
Come on.
I mean, I kind of feel
Called
like
Quest, maybe.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about rap music. It's so varied. There's so many subgenres of it, regional sounds of it, different eras. It's the kind of genre where every year it's a fucking different style of music. So there's so many places to start. Just throw a dart at the wall, pick a year, and just look at the best songs of that year.
I like it.
You know what
That's
I
a
mean?
great idea.
Who's killing it right now? Like who do you think is at the top of their game? Besides you?
I am great. I also love Tisa Korean. I love Silk Money. Those are my top two that come to mind. A lot of good shit. Larry June. I mean, I've always been the type of person that likes all kind of rap music. So I've never been like, oh, I only like backpack rap, radio rap shit. I fuck with everything. It's just so good. It's the best thing that ever happened in my life. I'd be dead right now if it wasn't for rap music.
I love that. That's beautiful. I'm trying to do this more, and I'm putting you on the spot, but I want to go around and just get a recommendation from everybody. Something you've been enjoying, something you saw, something you want to, and you just did that kind of organically, which is the beauty of the show. It's not a scripted show. You weren't handed a script, were you?
Nope. No.
It's the first podcast / talk show where we're not getting a script.
It's very unusual to do a podcast unscripted.
Yeah, it's a little weird, right? I think it's going to catch on. But who wants to start?
I'll start.
I can start.
Well, you looked at me.
That's true, but I remembered I do have one. But I want to give Gary a minute to process the assignment.
Two things. One of them is another documentary about cults, which is on HBO called Love Has Won. Absolutely nauseating. Check that out.
Oh, great!
But
I need some
Nova
good news in my life.
Nova, which is a great show on PBS.
Sure.
There is an episode I saw. It's from many seasons ago, but remember that when the Costa Concordia tipped over in Italy?
Yes, the big ferry
cruise ship, that gigantic.
Oh, the cruise ship. Yeah,
cruise ship. That. There's an episode about how they got it out of the water.
Oh, cool.
It's really interesting.
Did it go under the water?
It was fully
Did it like
tipped
sink
over.
down?
Well, you have to watch the.
Just watch
the
Nova.
Okay.
We're not having a discussion
I'm
about
not gonna look
the
it up.
incident.
Look
We're just
at it.
recommending things.
All right.
We got something, Vic?
Guess
Nova.
mine.
Remember Nova?
Nova's so good.
Yeah,
Still killing it.
I love their new slogan, Nova, still not fucking around. Yeah.
Just the PBS app you should just get instead of Netflix.
Totally.
That should get to be your
American
first app
Experience.
I mean, between Frontline
Great
and Nova
Masters.
and American,
Oh,
it's just
and Antiques Roadshow. Come on.
I mean,
great recommendation.
Bob Ross.
Okay, sorry about that, Vic.
Anyway.
I showed my kids Teen Wolf, the movie.
Teen Wolf, the movie.
Wow.
And but not specifically. I've always loved the coach in that movie. Like he's just like not. He doesn't
Great
really
actor.
want to be there. He's like a gym coach or whatever. So I looked him up. His name is Jay Tarsus. So now you can find he does these things on Facebook called Free Advice from an Old Guy with Jay Tarsus.
Okay.
There's little things, and if you want more of the coach of Teen Wolf, now you can
Very
have
cute.
it. Yes.
We got your Rex, but if you want to drop another one,
I
please.
got one more. I got a classic film that we all should watch, maybe together. It's called White Dog.
Okay.
It's about this racist dog that only kills black people.
Okay.
Wow. It's like lady
serious?
moves to. I am dead serious, and
What?
it's in the Criterion Collection.
No
Look it
way.
up.
My
White
word.
dog.
White dog.
This like lady moves to Hollywood to be an actor. She adopts a dog, right? And the dog is supposed to have like a vicious past, and the dog's previous owner was in like the Klan or something.
Oh, he's got the
dog
trailer
is-
for it right
yes.
here.
Oh,
It's
shit.
just this white dog.
Oh, 1981.
We need to watch this.
And so it's from the point of view of
dog.
it's anti-racist movie because
Kind of.
it's not saying that this is a good it's not saying that this is a good thing.
Does the dog
It's not
change?
celebrating
Yeah.
the. But so it is kind of like maybe racist.
It's a horror movie.
Okay,
You have
it's
to
a horror
watch it.
movie. I'll see it.
Got yourself an attack
Holy
dog.
shit.
I don't know what you're talking about. Come on.
All right, I love it. Great
so sweet,
recommendation.
that dog.
Gary, do you want me to go or do you want to go?
But then again, he's around a white woman.
That's
Okay,
that's
so-
part of it.
Yeah.
You got something or do you want me to go?
Oh, you can go,
Okay.
Tim.
I was happy to do moderate a Q&A at the DGA here, the Directors Guild, on Saturday for a film called Dream Scenario, starring Nicolas Cage. It's kind of a comedy horror, and almost like a being John Malkovich kind of movie, like
cool.
a dark, weird thing where Nicolas Cage shows up in everyone's dreams, and everyone's like, he becomes famous because like, you're the guy from my dream. It's funny and weird and unsettling. Yeah. But here's what I'm recommending. I recommend going to see that. But the director, Christopher Borgli, hope I'm saying that right. He's a Norwegian man. His first film, previous film, is called Sick of Myself. And that movie, folks, holy shit. This is a holy shit movie. This is a, wow. This is a, I have to close my eyes.
Sick of Myself. I'll write that down.
Sick of Myself is fantastic. Very funny, but brutal and very body horror. If you're into body horror, some of the best special effect makeup things I've seen in a long time, but also like very smart, very funny, very well made. Sick of Myself. People love it.
Cool. I'll watch.
I don't know about the body horror part.
Well, this is, I'm usually not a gross out guy, but this was done very well and the sort of the way it was made was very, very good. I liked it a lot.
Scarier than that Keith Richards photo you shared?
All right, Gary, it's to you. Passing the ball to you.
I guess if I can plug my book Misfit, which is out on hardcover.
Yes, of course.
And
I would be
audio.
odd for you to recommend your own work, but that's
right.
okay.
But then I have a friend who you're probably familiar with. He was a creator of the show Get a Life with Chris Elliott.
Yes.
And then Cabin Boy. His name is Adam Resnick.
Adam Resnick, yes.
And he has a memoir. It came out a while ago, but it's still the funniest thing I've ever read.
Yes.
And it is called Will Not Attend.
I believe someone gave that to me. I don't think I've read it, but I think people talk about it.
My gosh, it's extraordinary. It was inspiring and just so laugh out loud. You're by yourself reading and you're laughing out loud funny. So I'll recommend that.
The recommendations will soon be appearing. We're trying to build a rec center on our Patreon.
I get it.
It's kind of cute, right? And hopefully we'll have a nice running list of that. You're going to be in Austin at the Paramount Theater in a couple weeks.
5th.
December 15th.
Sorry, I mean the 15th. Fuck. I'll be there December the 15th.
I hope some office hours heads come out to that.
Please.
Gary, you're going to Houston tonight, but not
Houston
for a show?
tonight. My show is Friday night in Houston, Saturday night in Dallas, and then Sunday night in Austin at the Paramount. And
is it at the Paramount too?
Yeah, and believe it or not,
we're driving people to the Paramount like no one's done before in history.
Tickets still available.
No, tickets are still available.
Still available. Yes.
I will tell everyone I've ever met in Houston.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
You got it, man.
Doug, again, Tim Fest tickets coming tomorrow. That apparently will sell out very quickly.
Yes. Oh, of
that's
course.
what we're thinking.
Yes.
I'm going back on tour with Eric Andre next week.
So we'll miss Doug next week.
Boston, December 5th. Then we're going to Silver Spring, Maryland, then Philly, then New York City.
And those tickets are not sold out.
I'm seeing you can buy tickets at ericandretour.com.
Whoa.
And Vic will be at home?
I'll be at home hanging out. Yeah. That's it.
Going bowling with your
I'll
son?
be bowling a lot,
nice,
yeah. No, I have stuff going on, but I will be bowling for sure.
All right, everybody. Gary.
Guys, thanks so much.
Tony, thank you guys so much.
Delight.
This is what a great hang.
I
really
had so
fun.
much fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you all soon. All the best. All the best.
Lift it up. I can dig a hole. I can chew it off with just one machine. I can lift it up. I can dig a hole. I can chew it off with just one machine. With just one machine. With just one machine. With just one machine. With just one machine.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a great pleasure to have you fine folks. Great ball of fire. If God's willing, I'll see you real soon. Miss Thing, Miss Thing, Miss Thing, Miss Thing. Miss Thing.
Fat Tony.